Hey everybody, Jason Levine, the gaming machine here for the Dice Tower, and we're playing our second game of Blood on the Clocktower. We have Ben Burns back from Pandemonium Institute TPI, and this time, last time we showed you our original script, the original script that you guys made, which is called Trouble Brewing, which is the easiest script to learn, the easiest script to follow along. Now we're playing the intermediary script, I guess you'd call it, Sects, Sects, and violets like the flower. Do you want to give a little description of this script and what is going to be different from what people saw the last time?
Absolutely. So in Sex and Violets, it's very much, or indeed in any of the scripts that aren't Trouble Brewing, the training wheels really come off. Generally speaking, I would say that the main difference for the good team is that you can't just sit there and have information land in your lap. You have to put yourself out there, put yourself in danger. You have to actively play for your information. And there are a lot of characters that have to make some pretty difficult decisions that could potentially stop other good characters from getting their information in order to get their own information. For the evil team, conversely, there is much less of a safety net. In Trouble Brewing, the demon can attack themselves in the night and pass it on to a minion, but that is specific to the demon in Trouble Brewing called the Imp. In Sex and Violets, there's no such ability. In Trouble Brewing, there is a minion called the Scarlet Woman who can inherit the demonhood when the demon dies. In Sex and Violets, there is no such minion. So basically, the evil team really have to rally around their demon and really protect them, because once things begin to go awry for them, you find that they often find themselves in a death spiral. Finally, I would say probably the most noticeable difference between specifically Trouble Brewing and Sects and Violets is the existence of the madness mechanic, which a lot of people find very difficult to grasp, but it's really quite simple. Over the course of a game of Blood on the Clocktower, you as a player will be mad about many different things. Madness just means that you are attempting to convince people that a certain thing is true. So if during a game I were to say, guys, I think Pepsi is way better than cola, it's nowhere near as syrupy, and also it's more widely available, in that instance, in that example, I am mad that Pepsi is better than cola. And that's obviously a ridiculous example, but I use that to point out that over the course of a game, you'll be mad about hundreds of things. But there are certain characters in this script that interact with you if you are mad about very specific things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a difficult thing for a lot of people to grasp. Would you like me to go over those two characters, Jason?
Sure. I mean, what you're talking about is obviously there's an evil character called the Serenovus and a good character called the Mutant. And yeah, go over them a little bit so the viewers will understand what's going to go on if these characters are in the game.
Okay, so the mutant's ability is if you are mad about being an outsider, you might be executed. The mutant is an outsider, so if at any point the mutant is attempting to convince other players that they are the mutant, or indeed any of the other three outsiders, they might be executed. So we as the storytellers might decide to execute them. We don't have to. And in fact, while that sounds like a really negative thing, it's actually quite a positive thing. By executing a mutant, you pretty much prove that they are the mutant and that they're on the good team, which is a huge boon for the good team. The Serenovus, on the other hand, is a minion, and it's a little more insidious. The Serenovus chooses a player and a character each night, and that player must be mad that they are that character tomorrow, or they might be executed. So the Serenovus might perhaps wake up and say, this guy is going to be mad that he is the clockmaker. And if on the next day that guy doesn't make a sincere effort to try and convince the rest of the town that they're really the clockmaker, they might be executed. And what constitutes a sincere effort is generally down to the storyteller, but as a sort of rule, you can't just stand up and go, guys, I'm definitely the clockmaker. I'm really not mad. Like, you can't do that. You have to actually try. But it's worth noting that you don't have to do anything if you don't want to. You are not obliged to be mad as a player. You can completely ignore madness if you wish. There just might be consequences.
Yeah, so the interesting thing, and we could use a different example, is I'm actually the storyteller. I'm the one who set up the whole grimoire. Ben didn't do any of this, correct?
Yep.
See, and I didn't break madness at all during that. Actually, Ben did set it up. So now I guess at this point, let's introduce our players and we'll see who's playing today. We actually have the same 15 players from the Trouble Brewing game. So we'll see how they act in this game and what they puzzle out with the new feature of 4 demons. So they're gonna have to guess which kind of demons affect is the one doing the killing in this game. So let's start at the top of the grimoire and introduce. First player we have is Stephen. So welcome, Stephen. Next player we have is Guami.
Oh.
Hey, Guami. Next we have Chris T.
Hey!
Next we have Scott.
Hey, everyone.
Next we have James.
Hello.
Next we have Adrian.
Oh, hello.
Next we have Trey.
Hi, everybody.
Next we have Candace.
Hey guys.
Next we have Sarah.
Hello.
Next we have Varg.
Hey!
Next we have J-Mac.
Hey, guys.
Next, and I won't forget you this time, we have Chris A.
Hello.
You should have skipped him again.
Next we have Manny.
Hello.
Next we have Ross.
Hello.
And last but not least, we have Robert.
Everyone.
So, as you can see, the order, even though it's the same player, the order around the circle is different because each time people could take different seats, or in this case, the computer program automatically shuffles where everyone's sitting. So we have a different. So let's, now we've got everyone in their breakout rooms, we're going to give them our roles. But before we give them the roles, let's go through it with the audience and me so I know what's going on in this game.
Okay. All right, so from the top, we have Stephen, the Oracle, a townsfolk, whose ability reads, each night you learn how many dead players are evil. Doesn't get much simpler than that. It will wake Stephen up each night, we'll give him a number, that number will correspond to how many dead players are evil, unless he's poisoned, which he will be, but more on that later.
Yes, there's a lot of poison in this game. This is unlike the other script that we played the other time. In Sex and Violence, there's a lot of possible poisoning and possible wrong information, so people won't know if they can trust their information as much.
That's right. But it can also be quite detrimental to the evil team in this script because poisoning is a lot less. Shall we say that the evil team has a lot less say over who is poisoned and who is not in this script?
Correct.
So you can kind of use it to figure things out. And that's very much a hallmark of the demon we've got today, but we'll more on that later. But for now, Guami is an outsider, one of 2 outsiders in a 15-player game. Guami is the sweetheart, whose ability reads, when you die, 1 player is drunk from now on. Goes without saying, Guami's probably not going to want to reveal himself as the sweetheart, because if the evil team catch that on the air, then they will, without a shadow of a doubt, kill him.
Uh-huh.
Chris T, the Clockmaker, probably the simplest or most trouble brewing-like character in Sects and Violets. The Clockmaker, you start knowing how many steps from the demon to its nearest minion. Steps are basically, if you imagine these circles here are stepping stones and you had to step on each one to get to your nearest minion. In this instance, Ross, the demon, will have to go 1, 2, 3, 4 steps to get to Varg the Witch. So, barring any craziness on night 1, Chris T will receive a 4. Scott, the Philosopher. Once per game, at night, choose a good character. Gain that ability. If this character is in play, they are drunk. So, a lot to unpack there, but to put it quite simply, each night we will wake Scott up and say, Scott, do you want to use your ability? And when he says yes, we will ask him which character he would like to gain the ability of. He can choose anyone in this script, as long as they are a good character. However, if somebody else is already playing as that character, then that person will be permanently drunk until Scott dies or loses his ability in some way. It is important to note, however, that while Scott gains the character's ability, he doesn't literally become that character, so he will still register as the Philosopher, and that's very much worth keeping in mind for a number of characters that he could become.
Yeah.
James the Seamstress. Once per game at night, choose 2 players, not yourself. You learn if they are the same alignment. So, a lot of words there, but really it's quite simple. We'll wake James up each night. We'll say, James, do you want to use your ability? When he finally says yes, he'll point to 2 characters, or he'll tell us 2 names, and we'll give him a yes or a no. If they're the same alignment, it will be yes. If they're not the same alignment, it will be no. Of course, alignment here corresponds to good or evil.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian, the artist, another once per game ability. They're all sat next to each other. Once per game, during the day, privately ask the storyteller any yes/no question. The implication there is that we answer it. Of course, we will. So at some point, Adrian will collar either myself or Jason and say, I want to use my ability, and he'll ask us a yes/no question, and we'll answer it truthfully. Unless he's drunk or poisoned, we might lie to him. Typical questions are things like, am I the artist is a good one, because if I say no, then he knows that something shady is going on. Alternatively, an artist might say, is the demon sat somewhere between Stephen and Adrian going clockwise, or something like that. Those are the kind of questions that artists tend to ask. But he might surprise us with something a bit fruity, you never know. But that's the artist. So, Trey, the evil twin, our first of 3 minions. The evil twin's ability reads, you and an opposing player know each other. If the good player is executed, evil wins. Good cannot win if you both live. So, excuse me, when we begin this game, or on the first night of this game, we will wake up Trey and say, Trey, Manny is your good twin, Manny is the dreamer. We'll then go to Manny, wake Manny up and say, hi Manny, really sorry about this, but you're the good twin, Trey is the evil twin. So those 2 guys will know one another, they'll know which character they are, and it's highly likely that they'll announce this quite early. In order for the good team to win, they must kill the evil twin. If they kill the demon first, the game will continue until they kill the evil twin. The good team cannot win whilst the evil twin lives.
Yeah.
However, and by kill I mean execute, of course, because however, if they execute Manny, the good twin, good just loses immediately. So what you tend to find with this character is it will be made, the town will be made aware that this is going on. They'll kind of put it on a shelf and say, right, at some point in the mid to late game, we have to deal with this problem, but right now it's too risky to execute either of them. Got a little Freudian slip there. Right now it's too risky to execute either of them, and that's generally how that happens. Although I have seen good twins wake up on day 1 and say, Trey's the evil twin! And the evil twin just goes, I have no idea what you're talking about. This must be an evil play. So there are kind of ways that you can mess with it, but generally that's how it goes down.
It'll be very interesting what they do. I mean, usually you want to try to see if you get information that will point to one of them or the other one, and then go from there.
Yeah, it often comes down to, in the social deduction genre plethora of things, I would say this often comes down to the social side more than the deduction side a lot of the time. You'll hear a lot of phrases like, this isn't how Manny normally acts, I think he's evil, or Trey's kind of reading good to me, or something like that. You tend to see that a lot with this. So, up next we have Candice, the Pit Hag, our second minion. Each night, choose a player and a character they become, if not in play. If a demon is made, deaths tonight are arbitrary. So that sounds quite complex, but it really isn't. Each night, Candice will wake up, choose one of the players in this circle, and choose a character. If nobody else is currently playing as that character, the person that she chooses will become that character. However, if Candice decides to make a new demon, then deaths tonight are arbitrary. And what that means in real terms is deaths are chosen by us, the storytellers. That's necessary for balance because, of course, if you didn't have that, Candice could just go, great, night 2, Varg, I'm going to make Varg a demon. Night 3, I'm going to make Trey a demon. Night 4, I'll make me a demon. And then we've got 4 demons in the game and good don't stand a chance. So, generally speaking, we'll use those arbitrary deaths to kill the original demon. So the Pit Hag kind of serves 2 purposes. Purpose number 1, you can change good players into characters that they don't want to be, or change your own minions into new minions that you want them to be. Or purpose number 2, you can rescue a demon that is looking like they're going to be executed soon. Candice can turn herself into a new demon, thus taking the pressure off Ross. So it's kind of like in that sense, it's like a Scarlet Woman on hard mode, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the Pit Hag is my favorite character in this script. I mean, there's so many endless possibilities of what you do. Do you turn the evil twin into something else where therefore they're not really evil twin paired anymore? Now the evil twin has a different minion ability, or do you turn the evil twin into a different demon and the good twin's going to think that they killed the demon, and lo and behold, the evil twin is now the demon killing things, and they're not going to kill the evil twin because they're in a claim. There's so many possibilities with this.
It is, yeah. Very much. When you're playing it, you feel like that evil puppet master. It's so much fun.
Yes.
So, Sarah is the savant. Each day, you may visit the Storyteller to learn 2 things in private. One is true, one is false. So, this is the first character we've covered that kind of requires a lot of Storyteller input. So, each night, or probably at the end of the night, we'll decide what we're going to say to the savant tomorrow. If we can, sometimes we'll just do it on the fly. But Sarah will come visit us. We will tell her one thing that is true and one thing that is false. As a general rule, when it comes to savant information, you are better off coming up with things that a character wouldn't get. So, you don't want just kind of a discount empath or a seamstress of another name. You'll come up with something generally mechanical but not character-based, if that makes sense. So, to sort of explain, I'll generally say something like, last night, somebody changed alignment, or during the day yesterday, at least one person was poisoned or drunk. Things like that are kind of going to be, that are not going to be immediately easy to ascertain which one is true or which one is false. But if you cooperate with the rest of your team, you can sort of figure that out. And what the savant kind of ends up doing over the course of play is builds a line graph. Oh, well, we know that on day 1 at least one person was poisoned, and we're pretty certain that on day 2 somebody changed alignment. And you can kind of plot the course of the game if you can survive long enough as the savant.
Yes, it's a very interesting role for the storyteller specifically, and we'll get to watch you do all your tricks. I always find when I storytell that I like to start off with more vague information, and then because the evil team needs help at the beginning because or else they'll be caught too quickly. So I like to usually start with more vague information. But if the savant lives a long time, I like to narrow it down and give them information that lead more towards finding the evil.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely the way to go. I think one of the most fun things about the savant is that if they are drunk or poisoned, you can give them 2 true pieces of information, which I think is more damaging than 2 false pieces of information.
Yes.
Because if you tell them 2 things that you know they think are both true, they're going to get very paranoid very quickly. So, up next, Varg, the Witch, whose ability reads, each night choose a player. If they nominate tomorrow, they die. If just 3 players live, you lose this ability. So, very simple. Varg will wake up each night, choose a player. If during the next day, they nominate somebody else to be executed, that player immediately dies. It's worth noting this is not an execution, so it doesn't end the day. They just die. And of course, if we get down to the final 3, the Witch loses that ability. Because if they didn't, that would be very, very unfair to the good team.
Yes.
J-Mac, the Snake Charmer. This one's probably one of my favourites. Each night, choose an alive player. A chosen demon swaps characters and alignments with you and is then poisoned. So that's very complicated, but to put it simply, each night J-Mac will wake up and choose one of these other 14 players. Or could choose himself if he likes. If J-Mac chooses the demon, J-Mac becomes the new evil demon, and the demon becomes a poisoned good snake charmer. I've worded that very specifically because in Sects and Violets, or in Blood on the Clocktower in general, changing your character doesn't necessarily change your alignment. If, for example, Candice the Pit Hag was to turn Scott the Philosopher into a demon, she would have made a good demon, which is very bad for the evil team. So the Snake Charmer specifies that you swap both characters and alignments. So what would happen there is J-Mac would become the evil demon, who would have no idea who his minions are, and the previous demon would probably immediately go and snitch on all of his old minions. So that's not a great position to be in, and for that reason, the Snake Charmer is kind of like a game of chicken. How many nights are you going to push it? How many people are you going to choose and learn they're not the demon? Because if you keep doing it, eventually you could really, really hurt yourself.
Yes, and it's one of my favorite characters too, because at the beginning, you don't want to pick the demon unless you get unlucky. But later in the game, if you could stay stealthy and not let anyone know you're the Snake Charmer, then in like the final for the final 3, you pick the demon. Now you've taken over the demon, and no one's going to believe the demon at that point. And it becomes a real coin flip of who is the actual demon.
Absolutely. Chris A, the juggler. On your first day, publicly guess up to 5 players' characters. That night, you learn how many you got correct. So, quite simple. On day 1, Chris A will stand up and say, I am the juggler, and I think Kwame is this, and Adrian is that, and Varg is this, and he can do up to 5 people. If he likes, he can choose one person 5 times, or any combination of the 2. And when we wake Chris up at night, we will tell him how many of those 5 guesses he got correct. He doesn't have to use all 5 if he doesn't want to. He can just do 1 or 2 if he likes. You'll probably see that several people will claim to be the juggler on day 1, and they'll be doing that to cover for the real juggler, because if only one person juggles, guess who the demon's probably going to kill at night? It's going to be the one guy that they're pretty much certain will get information. So yeah, you'll see a lot of juggles on day 1, and then the real juggler will probably come out at some point later.
Yeah.
Manny, our dreamer. Each night, choose a player, not yourself or travelers. You learn 1 good and 1 evil character, 1 of which is correct. So, quite simply, each night Manny will pick somebody who isn't Manny, and we will give Manny 2 characters. 1 of them will be good, 1 of them will be evil, 1 of them will be correct, 1 of them will be incorrect. I say we're going to do that, but we're probably not, because Manny is going to be poisoned at the start of the game, because he is sat next to Ross, the no-dashie, whose ability reads, each night, choose a player, they die. Your 2 townsfolk neighbours are poisoned. So, as you can see here, each night choose a player, they die. That's very simple. Each night, Ross will wake up, pick someone. They'll die unless some extenuating circumstance stops them from doing so. But most importantly, his 2 nearest townsfolk neighbours on either side of him will be poisoned permanently for the whole game. That includes if they die. If they die, it doesn't switch over to the next nearest townsfolk neighbour. So at the moment, Ross's 2 neighbours are Manny the Dreamer and Stephen the Oracle, because Robert in between them is an outsider, not a townsfolk. So from the start of the game and going forward, unless something happens that stops these 2 guys from being Ross's townsfolk neighbours, they will be poisoned for the whole game. And finally, we have Robert the Barber, who is an outsider, and his ability reads, if you died today or tonight, the demon may choose 2 players, not another demon, to swap characters. So, quite simply, if Robert dies at some point, we'll wake the demon up and say, the barber has died, choose 2 people to swap characters. And Ross can choose any 2 people, and they will swap characters. Again, important to keep in mind, they won't swap alignments. So Ross can, swap himself with a good townsfolk, but that's probably not a good idea. Crucially, this is also an opportunity for Ross to swap himself out with one of his minions without the arbitrary deaths of the pit hag happening, which often is kind of a clear sign that a demon has been changed. So if Ross is feeling a little nervous, good luck, Ross. Fantastic. The barber's died. Ross switches himself with Varg. Varg becomes the new demon. There's kind of a lot of strategic and tactical options available to the demon when a barber dies.
Exactly. I mean, my favorite things with that is, getting myself out of safety, like you said, or switching the dead barber with an alive player who has a powerful role, because now you've taken away their role, which also makes it very interesting.
Absolutely. The last thing we need to do is select demon bluffs. So I think we'll probably go with let's go with Klutz. We'll go with Town Crier, and we'll go with Mathematician. And just to briefly go over what those guys do. So the Klutz is an outsider whose ability reads, when you learn that you died, publicly choose 1 live player. If they are evil, your team loses. So when the Klutz learns that they're dead, they pick someone who is alive, and if they're good, the game continues. If that player is evil, the good team loses. There should only be 2 outsiders in this game. By giving the demon an outsider as a bluff, we are giving them the option to pretend that a character who alters the number of outsiders as in play is possibly in the game. So specifically, the Fangu is a demon that adds another outsider in. So if Ross wishes to portray the veneer of a Fangu in the game, I can either choose to bluff as the Klutz or hand that bluff to one of his minions.
It'll be very interesting to see what happens, because Candace...
Oh, sorry, go on, Jason.
Oh, I was going to say, Candace is very good at playing evil and at playing the pithead specifically. So it'd be very interesting to see what happens if the evil team could switch demons, switch minions, do a whole bunch of things, maybe make a Fangu and create a fourth evil player. There's a bunch of possibilities that go on in this game. I'm very excited about seeing what they do with everything.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of, again, tactical options is what these outsiders and outsider bluffs often provide. Town Crier, each night you learn if a minion nominated today. Doesn't really need explaining, right? If a minion nominates, the Town Crier learns a yes, otherwise learns a no. And finally, Mathematician, you learn how many players' abilities worked abnormally since dawn due to another character's ability. So there are a number of situations under which a character's ability might work abnormally, but the most obvious one is drunkenness and poisoning. So the Mathematician is kind of a drunkenness and poisoning detector in many ways, and it's a good one to bluff as because Ross knows that at least 2 people have their abilities working abnormally. He can lie and say that there is 1 or 0, or indeed some crazy high number and make it seem like there's a Vortox in play.
Yes. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what bluffs Ross takes. What more than likely, because there's an evil twin and they already have a built-in bluff, Trey already has the built-in bluff of Dreamer, so the other 2 bluffs can go to Varg and Candace, so the evil team doesn't have to worry about someone not having a bluff in this game, which helps them a little bit.
Absolutely. Right, I think we're ready to open up the first night. You good to go?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Blood on the Clocktower, Sects and Pilots. This is going to be interesting. Today, I do not know what I'm going to be yet again. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself, but I'm going to figure it out. Or not. Probably not. Let's see what happens here.
All right. Hello, Trey. So,
How are you?
I am very good. How are you feeling? Suitably brotherly, given that you are a twin.
I know I watched the No Roads Barred game yesterday with Luke and Ollie, so I feel like I did my homework.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, we're just here. We're not going to give you your twin info just yet. We're just here to give you your minion info. So
Okay.
I am going to inform you that your fellow minions are Candace and Varg,
Okay.
and your demon is Ross.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, good luck with that, Trey, and we'll
Thank
be
you.
back later on in the night. See you later.
All right.
Okay, Ross. You are the No Dashi. How do you feel about that?
I wanted to be evil because I like knowing who the team is, but this is a lot of pressure. Let's see.
Is this a be careful what you wish for situation, Ross?
Absolutely.
Okay, hello, J-Mac. You have drawn the, well, I was going to say dreaded snake charmer, but I suppose that depends how you look at it, right? Is it a dreaded snake charmer, or is it the lauded snake charmer?
I'm going to just play it and see how it goes. If I don't catch the demon, I'll have a lot of information. If I do catch the demon, I'm ready to rock and roll.
I mean, you'll also have a lot of information.
Yes.
Just not the kind you want. So tonight, who do you want to pick?
I'm going to pick my neighbor, Chris A.
Okay, you choose Chris A. Thank you, J-Mac.
You can bring my good twin in here so we can mock each other for a bit.
Ooh, yeah, we could do that, couldn't we? But I think
I've seen some people do that in real life, because in real life you would wake both of them up and
yeah, just.
But I didn't know if you bring them in here and we can mock each other for a session.
That's one of the things that I miss about in real life games. The sort of the death stare between the 2 twins is a thing of true beauty.
We could pull him.
I've never played it in real life.
Yeah, we could do. What do you think, Jason? Shall we drag?
You want to drag Manny in here and show how it'll be in real life? Let's drag Manny in here.
Yeah, let's do
We
it.
have control. We're
That's
gonna
Manny,
move him.
huh?
I'm gonna move him to this room right now. He's gonna get very confused as he pops in here, but
Okay.
here comes Manny. We'll give him the news.
Hi, Manny.
Hello.
So, I don't know if this has dawned on you or not, but there's a very real reason why this is not an error. Do not adjust your set. There's a very real reason that you're in here. Meet Trey, your evil twin.
Hey Manny, what's my role?
Hi, Trey.
Do
I have to tell him?
Well, you don't have to, but if you
If
don't, I will.
don't, Ben is.
We will tell them for sure if you don't.
Yeah.
It's our job.
Actually,
Manny
I would like the
is-
actual role, not what Manny tells me.
We're the nightmare, Trey.
Yeah.
So Manny is the dreamer. Trey is the
Okay.
evil twin. Have fun with those two.
Oh boy.
Yes, Manny, we're
Well,
going to send you
there
back
were
to
two
your
roles
room.
that I was hoping it wasn't, and that was one of them.
There you go. Now,
Yes.
now you guys are twin dreamers. We're going to send you back to your room, Manny,
All right.
and we'll be back to visit your information later.
No pressure. I got the role. I'm like, I'm gonna go take an aspirin. I gotta bring my blood pressure down so that I don't look obvious, and hopefully I knock down some of my tells.
Hey, hello, Candice. Hello.
Hello.
So, are you feeling pit haggy this evening?
Feeling a little.
You got something in the cauldron?
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Well, we are obviously you don't act until night 2, but we are here to tell you about your compatriots in evil.
All right.
Those will be your fellow minions, Varg and Trey.
Good group of minions.
Good,
okay.
Yeah, good guys to be evil with, and your demon is Ross.
Okay. The plot thickens.
Yes,
All right.
indeed. All right.
Thank you.
Interesting to see what you do with your pit hagginess.
I know. I feel so honored. Like that's the epitome of S&V is the pit hag. I feel so honored. I just don't know what to say. I feel like I like to thank all the small people that made this happen, and my mom. The whole acceptance speech. No,
All
let's
right,
see. I hope I can pull this off today. So this should be fun.
Good luck. Ooh. There we go. Hello, Scott. So, philosopher, do you consider yourself one of life's great thinkers?
Yes, of
Well,
course.
that's good. Yeah, very modest as well. Important for a philosopher. So, do you want to use your ability tonight?
No, I don't.
Okay, cool. Right. Well, we'll see you tomorrow night then.
Okay.
Yeah, before you go, I'm very curious, what kind of roles are you thinking of turning into when you do use it?
I have no idea. I'm going to try to scope out some other players first. So let's see what they're claiming.
Awesome. Well, happy scoping, Scott, and we'll catch you later.
Thank you.
Okay. Hello, J-Mac. You have drawn the... Well, I was going to say dreaded snake charmer, but I suppose that depends how you look at it, right? Is it a dreaded snake charmer, or is it the lauded snake charmer?
I'm gonna just play it and see how it goes. If I don't catch the demon, I'll have a lot of information. If I do catch the demon, I'm ready to rock and roll.
I mean, you'll also have a lot of information.
Yes.
Just not the kind you want. So, tonight, who do you want to pick?
I'm gonna pick my neighbor Chris A.
Okay, you choose Chris A. Thank you, J-Man.
Lonely witch all alone in the late of night. 2 men. My.
So, Varg, it's cursing time. Who are you gonna pick?
Me. No, I'm kidding. Not me.
Sorry, taking your first answer back.
I cursed this game. Just in general. Oh gosh, who do I think is gonna nominate the first day? Who plays that way? Chris T.
Chris T. Okie dokie.
Chris
All right,
T.
lovely.
Christy does nominate a lot. It'll be very interesting if he does in this game.
I think it'd be fun to see him die horribly on the first day. It would fill me with joy, certainly.
All right, well,
because I'd be winning the game. Sorry.
Fingers crossed for you then, Varg. We will see you later.
Well, I got to tell you, I was thinking, what's the chances I just pick the evil twin and just get totally useless information the first night? I guess I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Well, I mean, of course, if you picked the... I mean, that's not a crazy thing to do, right? Because in a Vortox game, I would be obliged to not tell you evil twin.
That is true. I'll hold that in my back pocket for a little bit, though. I'll pick Candice.
Okay, so you select Candice and learn that Candice is either the Klutz or the Fangu.
Klutz or Fangu. Wonderful.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank
Good
you,
luck.
guys.
Mhm.
Okay. Hello, James. Hello. So, seamstress, do you mend your own clothes?
Yes, I do that often.
You don't employ a seamstress then. That's well, fair enough. So your ability is, of course, a once per game ability. Would you like to use it on night 1?
Oh no, no, not tonight.
Okay, holding it
Enough for the
smart.
doll.
Way too early in the game with this many players. It'd be just random choices.
You know, now that you've said that, you're definitely going to die on day 1. That's
Yeah,
that's how the
absolutely.
universe works.
Yep, I will be the most absolutely useless role because I'll die night 1. But we'll see. We'll see.
Okay, well, fingers crossed for you, James. We'll catch you later.
Yes.
All right. Thanks.
Bye. All right, Kwame. Sweetheart, how do you feel about that? Outsider, potential drunkening?
Oh boy, yep. I haven't decided how I'm going to play it yet, but
well, that was
we'll
actually going to be
figure
my
something out.
next question. Do you think are you gonna come out as the sweetheart, or are you gonna try and keep it secret so that you don't die and drunk somebody?
I might do a little bit of both.
A balanced approach. That's a sensible answer. All right. Well, good luck, dude, and we'll catch you later.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, Adrian.
Hello.
Do you paint? Do you write music? Are you an artistic guy?
Not really, but I will be in this game. I think I'm going to use my ability on the first day, just for the fun of it.
Fair enough. I mean, that pretty much guarantees that you won't get killed before you use it, right?
Yep.
So it's the safe approach. Right now? Have you got an idea of what you're going to ask, or do you think you're going to wait and have some conversations?
I have it written down.
Wow, you're a very prepared guy. What are you going to ask us then on day 1?
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise. All right. Okay. Oh, that's intriguing. I like it. All right. Okay. Well, I guess we'll be speaking to you very shortly then. Hello, Chris. So, do you like to tinker with mechanical stuff? Do you see yourself building a clock?
Oh, I love building clocks, little tiny parts and everything. Yep, let's do it.
Right. Beautiful. Well, you wake tonight and learn that the minion is 4 steps from the nearest minion is 4 steps from the demon.
4 steps.
Yep, that's a pretty big number, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that is pretty big. And me to Scott would be like 1 step, right? So it would be like me to...
That is right, yep.
Me to Trey would be 4 steps.
That is correct, yeah. Spot on.
Awesome. Cool.
Okay. All right,
awesome,
well,
guys.
Have fun with that. We'll catch you later.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep.
Hi. Just reposition this. There we go. All right. Hello, Sarah. So, Savant, that's a pretty big one, right? Have you been the Savant before?
Yeah, I have been the Savant before. I've been the good twin Savant before, so that was super fun.
All right. So you've already done this on hard mode. This should just be like a breeze
Should
for
be
you.
cake. I just gotta stay alive. It'll be okay.
All right, awesome. Do you have any kind of strategy with regards to the Savant? Do you like involve other players and try and get them to help you figure things out, or are you going to keep stum?
I keep it to myself for a little while, and then a couple days in, I will start sharing. I like it. Both times I played was in a Vortox game, so we'll see how this works and how it's gonna go.
Have had the baptism of fire then. All right.
Yes.
All right. Well, I can't promise this isn't another Vortox game, but I can tell you that there's only a 25% chance that it is right now.
Yeah.
I'll take those odds.
The good thing is you picked the right person for Savant then, because Sarah is a puzzle solver, so she will enjoy the information you give her.
Oh, cool.
As long as I don't get killed.
I won't take it easy on you then, Sarah. I'll keep that in mind. All right.
Bring
well,
it.
we will see you tomorrow. I'll catch you later.
All right. Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Ben. Thanks, Jason.
Hello, Chris. Chris, can you juggle in real life? Is that a skill that you have?
Nope.
Okay, so you're gonna live out your juggling fantasies in the next few minutes. What's your usual? Have you been the juggler before? Do you have a strategy?
I've got a few ideas. I mean, it depends on what people claim, of course, because obviously.
So you kind of wait for claims to come? Then you're not gonna just juggle yourself as the juggler to see if you're drunk or poisoned.
I mean, that's probably going to be one of them. Depends on what we've got. If we've got like evil twin, then I can sort of juggle one of them as an evil twin to try and see if that's.
Yeah. Do you like to go around and ask people for hard claims to try to get to
try? People don't always agree.
True enough. All right. Well, good luck with the juggling. We'll catch you later. Okay, Robert, barber, a giver of haircuts. How do you feel about being the outsider today, Robert?
You know, I'm just a big old poison pill for the town to choke on.
I mean, the flip side of that though is you're quite provable, right? If you die and if people get switched, you can almost get that kind of semi-virgin level of confirmedness.
That's certainly possible.
Do you think you'll look to die early, or are you going to keep what you are a secret?
I'm gonna try to lay low and not die right out of it.
Fair enough.
It seems bad.
It is bad to die, as a general rule. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Robert. Good luck. We'll catch you later. So, not really a massive amount to go over from that night. All of the characters that could have used their ability once per game chose not to. And the only real decision that I would say we made is what we told Manny. He selected the Pit Hag. He's, of course, poisoned. So I chose to tell him either the Fangu or the Klutz. That was a deliberate decision. The Klutz, of course, is one of the 3 demon bluffs. I don't think Ross will take it. So I think there's a roughly 1 in 3 chance that Candice will end up with it. If that happens, great, Candice. If not, well, you know, perhaps Manny will start to suspect that it's a Vortox game, or he might just think that he's drunk or poisoned. And of course, the Fangu is a demon that could be in play, which, if Candice doesn't take the Klutz bluff, it supports the Klutz bluff of one of the other minions, because the Fangu would add an extra outsider in.
Yes, it's a very good to hide evil. Of course, if Candice decides to pit hag someone later into a Fangu, they could run into trouble. But we'll see what she decides to do.
Yep, absolutely.
Cool. All right. Good morning, Ravenswood Bluff. I have been murdered, as has Jason. It was a double job. There's 2 clock hands where each of us has been stuck on one. And of course, this is definitely the work of a demon walking amongst you. If the 11 of you that are not evil could be so kind as to solve this dastardly crime, we would be very, very much in your debt. So good luck, guys. Have fun. And you are now able to head into breakout rooms if you wish.
Hey, Sarah, you want to chat?
Hey, Mac, I would love to.
Okay, I'll come to your place.
There's
All
one
right.
name.
Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
It's so nice to talk to you again.
Is it Baron?
I am not the Baron.
Not today.
Are you?
No, I'm not the Baron.
Would you like to do a 3 for 3?
Sure. I'll let you go first.
All right. I am the Flower Girl, Oracle, or Sage.
Interesting. I hope you're the sage and you die.
Me too. That would be lovely.
Right? I'm going to go with Dreamer, Town Crier, or Juggler.
So I'm top half townsfolk. So just collecting information. Don't want to share anything just yet, but.
Oh, okay. I can tell you that I am bottom half.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything information-wise that you're looking for that I could, because I'm going to talk to a bunch of people. If there's anything that you want me to try to find out for you, let me know.
Okay, I don't have anything right now.
Okay. Sounds
All right,
good.
thanks, J-Mac.
Thanks.
It's the evil twin.
Okay. So what partake would Trey be bluffing his role as then?
He can bluff whatever he wants, but I'm the dreamer.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right. I have that noted down. So we shall try to hold on to you
So
a little longer.
I'll tell you I dreamed you, but I won't tell you what I dreamed you as.
Okay. That's fine.
Let's leave it there then.
Yeah, let's leave it there. That's fine. Because then we'll know when it's a lot of us. Golly, that's a lot of us for S&B. A lot of us. So we'll see what we can come up with.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta be able to figure out something pretty soon. Okay. All right. Talk to you later.
Oracle.
Okay. I hope you're the flower girl, for good team's sake. But that's actually in the game.
It's possible. It might be the case.
Okay.
But I wouldn't bet on it too much. All right. See ya.
Talk to you later.
Hello, Chris.
Hey, Chris, how are you?
Not too bad. What do you want to do? Do you want to do 3 for 3? Do you want to do a hard claim?
Yeah, we can do a 3 for 3. Let's do a 3 for 3. We don't have the hard claim today.
I'll say that I'm either the philosopher, juggler, or seamstress.
I will say I'm dreamer, town crier, or juggler.
All right, here's my 3 for 3.
Oh, okay. That's more helpful.
Snake Charmer, Sage, and Sweetheart.
Oh, it could be an outsider. I will give you Clockmaker, Artist, Savant.
I'm sorry, Artist?
Yep, Artist, Clockmaker, and Savant.
Okay.
I'm
So
the
you're okay, perfect. All right. So I am the Nodachi.
Cool, very cool. All right.
And I have taken Town Crier as my bluff.
Cool.
The other two bluffs are Klutz and Mathematician.
Well, I said top half, and mathematician's on the top half, so mathematician I am.
Okay. All right. So that means Candace and Trey can fight for Klutz, if you don't mind talking to them.
Sure. Yeah, I'll tell them both to be the klutz. I don't know.
Or someone has to take one and someone has to just lie their ass off, whoever's most comfortable with it.
That's fine. I mean, like, this is a script where you don't have to come out with anything, really. And even if you have said something once, you can say, well, I was Serenovist, or, oh, I was just bluffing, as whatever. Like, it doesn't matter.
True. Okay. Yeah, so no, I figured Town Crier is the least stressful of the bunch, so.
That's fine. Yeah, I can do Mathematician 1 tonight, and I don't really care.
So
I'm the seamstress.
Okay.
So maybe tomorrow, because I am gonna try and wait as long as possible to use my ability. There's so many people. I need to narrow things down. Your ability, if you used it to do what you did, really helps with that.
I'm putting my trust in you. Hopefully you're not evil.
I'm not.
Or else I'm going to hate myself. The thing is, I asked if the demon, the player whose character is the demon, if that player contains the letter R in the name. And I got a yes. So for now, the demon is one of the players who has an R in somewhere in their name.
Really interesting. And I love that question, by the way.
So something like Tre, Sarah, Varg.
Oh my goodness. So
Ross, Robert.
I'm just marking everybody with an R as evil for right now, just so.
The thing is, I asked if one of them is the demon.
The
problem is we have 3 evil players.
Hey.
Hello, Ross.
Hello.
Hello. What's going on today that you want to chat with little old me?
Well, one, you're unseated in the Grimoire.
perfect. So is most of the people. It looks like, holy
Yeah, a lot of people got like J Mac and Candace and Steven.
Yep.
So I know you're not one to give your information out. You want to give out anybody else's information out? Not specifically people, but like roles they've claimed.
Oh, I've heard of a dreamer.
Okay.
I've heard of what why am I giving you all this information now?
Well,
Hmm?
I was just told by Scott that someone that Trey and Manny are the twins.
I have heard that there was a twin. We were in a twin game here.
Okay, so there's that. So I'm being helpful.
There you go.
Chris.
There's a dreamer, I believe. I believe Manny might be the good twin.
Okay, why?
That's
Is
on
that
my
information?
own hunch. That's my
Okay.
own hunch right there.
Okay.
I smelled what he was cooking. And it just smelled like the
Gotcha.
good old fashioned good stuff that doesn't come from, underground.
Nice. Gotcha. Okay. I am top half townsfolk. I'm comfortable telling you that.
Okay. I'm comfortable telling you that I am dreamer, town crier, juggler, sage. We'll go with those four.
Okay.
I am the snake charmer, the sage, or the sweetheart.
Okay. I am the dreamer, or the evil twin.
Interesting.
But I'm really the good twin and Trey's the evil twin.
Well, it's interesting how you got some information there before you became the outsider.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sus in a couple minutes. That's fine. It's okay. This is my only chance to get some info.
All right,
So
James.
Hey.
Share with me now.
I don't think you're the demon.
Share with me now if you would like to be my 1-for-1.
Gosh. Oh, Steven, come on.
What up? I think it's good to have a 1-for-1 on day one. I've lied to several people at this point, and you could be my one truth.
I totally agree with you. I have done one though, and I'm debating whether I really should do a second one.
Okay, well here, I'll give you an interesting offer.
Okay.
You give me the role of the person that you did a 1-for-1, and I'll give you my role. And that way you're not giving your role to a second person, but you are giving me something.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm all right
you
with
share
this.
with me first, because I'm not sure that this is going to happen.
I will give you the role
of
the
who?
person. I'm not telling you who it is.
Oh, that's the rub though.
No.
I recognize that it's inappropriate, but it's what I'm asking for. I'm giving you my role. I'm getting the same amount of information. It's just in an inappropriate way.
You have to swear that you're not going to out the person.
Sure.
Because I will lie to get you killed
That's
no
fine.
matter what if that happens.
That's fine.
Okay. Adrian outed his role with me. And
Okay.
I shared mine with his. He is the artist. And he has actually spent his ability.
Really? Do you
So
want to give
that's
the info?
not yet.
Okay,
I won't
that's
give
fine.
you the info yet.
I
but you got to share me your
didn't
role.
include that in the demand. I am the Oracle.
Cool. I've been using that in my 3-for-3.
Hello.
Hey, so how much can I trust you?
100%.
100%.
120% if you really want to get,
Well, don't oversell it.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm good.
Me too. I'm a townsfolk.
Okay.
Can you say the same?
Can't.
Oh.
I can't say the same.
That's fair.
I live on the outskirts.
That's unfortunate for you, but that kind of stuff happens.
Yeah. So I've been given 3 for 3s to people, but I did hard claim with either the good or evil twin. So we're off to a rip-roaring start.
Yeah, right. Just giving it
So I
away.
thought I'd just double down and come tell you stuff.
Well, I know that Trey and Manny are the good and evil twins.
Yeah.
It's already been floating around.
So I'm Team Manny until he screws me.
That's fine. I'm on Team Manny a little bit too. But that could change because it's way early and things change on a constant basis in this game. So I am not an outsider.
Okay.
I will tell you I am dreamer, town crier, juggler, or just a big fat liar. I mean, one of the 3 or 4. That's 4 roles. But I am a townsfolk. Okay. I am.
Okay.
So I've heard things about you.
Damn it. Okay. I got to like 5 people before they started started knowing what was up.
I hope you're enjoying this interaction.
Yes.
It's going to dry out
Trey
pretty
is
quickly.
the evil twin.
Trey is the
And
evil
I
twin.
am the good twin.
And you are the dreamer?
I am the dreamer.
Okay, cool.
Trey is the nightmare. Don't let him tell you different.
Okay, I don't doubt it.
Meeple, do you not want to talk to me now?
Nope, no, I don't.
I needed to talk to Ben and I never got a check catching.
I got that, Ross.
That's okay. I will reopen breakout rooms and we can jump in there.
Okay.
Yeah, anyone who wants to consult with Storyteller, we'll open a room just for that.
I do have I have a question that maybe they can while he's doing that about Juggler, because I think it's changed since the last time I played it. I've seen it played where a person names a person 5 times with 5 different roles. The way I'm reading it now, though, it's 5 different people that you
can
have
do
to
either.
play.
You can do either. Or
Either?
a combination
Okay.
of the 2.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'll go into the Storyteller room.
Going.
Your 2 pieces of information, one of which is true and one of which is false, are as follows. Piece of information number 1. The outside account has been modified.
Okay.
Piece of information number 2. At least one person is drunk or poisoned at this very moment.
Oh, okay. During the day. Right.
At this very moment implies it could have begun any time between right now and the beginning of the game. But at the moment we are having this conversation, at least one person.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
Cool. See you back in the main room.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Are you ready for this?
I am literally bursting with anticipation, Adrian, since you refused to tell us at night. I must know what this is. What have you got for me?
I know.
So, does the name of the player whose character is the demon contains the letter R as it shows on the grimoire?
Whoa!
Wow,
I like
it. Yeah, I could see you. I like that you read that off the paper as well. That gave it like a sense of officiality. So, just to summarize, does the name of the player who is currently the demon begin with the letter R?
No, not begin. Contain
Have a letter
somewhere.
R in their name at all.
Contain the letter R at all.
So
Okay.
basically, I'm trying to do divide et impera.
Okay.
Because there are 6 people
There are
without.
8 people. There are 8 people with R's. If we go around from the top, Chris T has an R, Adrian has an R, Trey has an R, Sarah
And
has
there
an
are
R, Varg has an R, Chris A has an R, Ross has an R, and Robert has an R.
Right.
So you're asking us if one of those 8 players is the demon.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I can tell you, Adrian, that in fact, yes.
Okay.
The demon's name contains the letter R.
Okay.
Good question.
Perfect.
That was a good question. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
That was a good question.
That
Very
was a
good
really good
figure
question.
initiative.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go and
let's go back
spy on
out
some
and
people.
You go follow around. We'll see what's going on.
Dreamer is going to be alive until the end. I think I'm just going to sacrifice myself so we can kill the Dreamer. I don't see a world where I don't get found out as wrong information. And the longer I stay alive and we keep doing twin, the longer the Dreamer stays alive. So if I just come out and say, you know what, guys, I am the evil twin, kill me. He's the Dreamer, let's kill him.
Well,
That's the only thing
we
that
just
I've
got
got
to,
because
we
I'm
just,
paired with the Dreamer.
yeah, we got to get to Ross. Ross needs to, well, it depends on what Ross is, because if Ross is Vigo, he needs to go on and kill me first. He has to.
Your pit hag?
Yes, he
Yeah.
has to.
I don't see a world, even if you change me, Candace, I don't see a world
Where you're not going to be marked. You're marked. Yeah.
Where I am marked and I'm going to get found out, because here's the deal: is even if I convince people I'm the Dreamer, I'm going to have to come up with, and even if I get wrong information, then I can be like, oh, I'm sitting next to bad people. Well, you're one of my bad neighbors.
Right.
But that also
right.
leaves Manny actually getting good information every
Right.
single night.
Right.
Unless Ross is the Nodashi, and that's why I'm paired with that Dreamer. But
maybe.
Yeah, we need to talk to Raw. I don't know. I think I think my game's going to be like this long.
Maybe not. We'll see what we can do.
I don't know.
Let's see what we can figure out. Okay. All right. All right.
Thanks.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, so you're.
I'm not either of them.
No. Okay. So okay, that's good to know. I was going to say you would not be telling me if you were evil twin. All right. So
No.
that's good to know.
Trey
all
and
right.
Manny, supposedly.
Trey and who?
Manny.
Okay.
We'll find out soon, anyways, I'm sure.
Okay, and Manny. Write that down. Okay, I can tell you that I am top half townsfolk.
That's it? You don't want to say more?
In all honesty, no. I got burned by you last time, so I'm not doing that again. To be fair, he already knew, but yeah, and I knew you were evil, and I still said it. I can't not trust you. It's not good. Stephen did a 3 for 3 for me though.
Okay.
He has said snake charmer, philosopher, or sweetheart.
Okay.
So take that for what it is. Maybe if you do talk to him, see if he gives you the same 3. Maybe we can catch him in something.
Yeah, I'll give you what James's juggler, flower girl, or oracle.
Okay. How about you?
I am bottom half.
Okay.
Trey's the evil twin and I'm the good twin.
Oh, great.
Yep. But I'm not going to tell anybody what you are. So
Okay.
rest assured.
Okay. That'll be a fun little experiment, won't it?
Yeah. Okay. So that's one. Have you heard of any other outsiders?
I am not. I got 1 and a 3 for 3, but that's it.
Which one did you get? Just curious.
It was the sweetheart.
Okay. That's good to know.
All right. Well, we'll see how this exercise in trust pays off for me.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be the most sus person in about 5 minutes here, but I'm going to do what
That's
I can
all right.
before we get there.
Manny? Got a good.
So, do you want to do a 3 for 3?
Sure.
Huh?
I said sure.
Okay.
I am the snake charmer, the sage, or the sweetheart.
Okay. I am the dreamer, or the evil twin.
Interesting.
But I'm really the good twin and Trey's the evil twin.
Well, it's interesting how you got some information there before you became the outsider.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sus in a couple minutes. That's fine. It's okay. This is my only chance to get some info.
Right. What do you have?
So as of right now, I'm just a townfolk. Top 7 rolls, not the top 2, because I'm not a clockmaker, and 2 people are already claiming Dreamer. 2 twins, both claiming to be good Dreamer twins.
Oh, hilarious. Okay. So and I know that is Manny and Trey.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm one of the other top half, excluding those two.
Okay.
So, anyways, what can you tell me about your role?
I am top half townsfolk.
Top half townsfolk.
Yeah, and I'm going to take Ben's advice. Not that he's listening to me right now, but I am going to be assertive about solving the puzzle because sink or swim. I don't care if I go or not, but I'm important. I will say that, but I'm not so critical that the whole game hinges on my every minute. And
Sarah, if you want, before we do this, in future days, if you just ask me, I could always broadcast messages to the Storyteller room.
Oh, okay.
In the main lobby for everything.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Okay. So, I haven't prepared for this. Let me think for a moment. Hum-de-dum. So, your two pieces of information, one of which is true and one of which is false, are as follows. Piece of information number 1. The outside account has been modified.
Okay.
Piece of information number 2. At least one person is drunk or poisoned at this very moment.
Oh, okay. During the day. Right.
At this very moment implies it could have begun any time between right now and the beginning of the game. But at the moment we are having this conversation, at least one person. Okay, so you've had a chance to talk with one another. By all means, please do feel free to continue in a group discussion, but should you wish to, nominations are open.
When can we juggle?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we juggle?
You can juggle right now if you want, guys.
I would like to juggle myself as a juggler, Trey as the evil twin, and Manny as the dreamer.
Thank you, Gwami.
I'd like to juggle myself as the juggler and Trey as the evil twin.
Thank you, Chris A.
I'd like to juggle.
Wow. Serious, y'all?
Varg
Just
wants
ask me
to
a question,
juggle.
and that's where it goes for.
Varg wants to juggle. Varg wants to juggle Scott as all 4 demons.
Thank you, Varg. Any more for any more?
Yeah,
That's
I'll
holding
juggle
two
Trey
for
as
me.
the evil twin and Scott as the demons.
Thank you, Stephen.
Scott's holding himself together because he's afraid he'll melt. It's like, oh no, I'm dripping.
He kind of looks like an Udashi with his face and stuff.
Man.
I like how you wore the mask suit for the occasion.
Just don't take off the mask mid-game, dude.
I take it then that juggles are over.
No. I got one.
Okay, go for it.
All right, I'm juggling all these people as Nodashi. I'd like to juggle Ross, J-Mac, Varg, Candace, and James. That's 5, right? Yeah.
Yep. Thank you,
I
Chris.
feel left out, Chris.
Chris definitely.
All
Why'd
Nodashi.
you leave Gwami out? Like,
Because
really?
if he's next to me, I'm gonna give bad information anyway.
Oh, that's good.
That makes sense. That's fair. That's fair.
Come on.
I always like the
There
visual
we go,
of the
that's fair,
juggler,
that's fair.
like everyone juggling. Like I picture everyone in Ravenswood Bluff comes out and like they all form a big parade and walk down the main street. Just whoa!
Right.
I can't juggle correctly.
Right.
Only one of us was the real juggler.
Right.
This is like a wake of broken bowling pins and fallen balls in the path.
So,
lining both sides of the main road.
where are we going to start today?
We have to execute someone from the vortex, right?
Indeed, we do.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a clockmaker or anyone that wants to sort of die?
Anyone that wants to sort of die. So just sort of.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Surprisingly, there are no volunteers.
I was going to say, I don't see anybody jumping up and down.
Hey, why are you not more excited?
Worth a try.
Let's see.
Well, I mean, if Guami's no Dashi, we should probably kill him.
Probably should.
Is that a nomination, Chris?
No, I'm not gonna pull that trigger today. I'll wait until tomorrow, Guami.
Right.
Suspicion is not cleared yet.
At least wait till I get some information.
That's right.
We need to execute someone.
Yeah,
we do. Who wants to nominate first?
All right, well, I shouldn't nominate because this is the script with the witch in it.
Oh, very well.
I mean, I'll nominate. Well, maybe I shouldn't. Well,
No,
no.
it's unlikely that you would be witched since you never nominate.
Who, me?
That's highly true.
No, Chris.
Oh, no, not you,
Steve.
Steven.
I always nominate day one.
It's true. If we got any suspicions, I'm probably safe to nominate day one. But that's it. I'm not doing any more. Which.
Oh.
Okay, so I never nominate day one, so I'm sure I'm safe. I'm going to go ahead and nominate Manny just to see what happens.
Okay, J-Mac nominates Manny. All right, tell us all about it.
He's one of the two people claiming good dreaming twin, so I just kind of want to see what's going to happen with regard to votes, and I just wanted to nominate somebody.
Do you want to get a few votes on this just in case we've got a flower girl?
Flower girl check.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Manny, your response?
Please don't kill me. I'm the good twin. Let's get some flower girl information.
So if we get 7.
7.
Okay, 8 votes required. Here we go.
Late in life.
Yeah, I don't want to risk it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say. If I'm early, I don't wanna do it.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah.
Who needs? Oh, I guess.
7.
6 votes is not enough. Manny is safe.
My favorite number. 7.
I will nominate Scott.
Sorry, is that Manny?
Yes.
Manny nominates Scott. Tell us why, Manny.
It's a bit of a meme, but he does look nervous. I don't really have anything on him. Obviously, I'm in an evil twin pair claim, so you don't have to believe me. But I think it's good to maybe have another vote for a flower girl check. Maybe get some more hands up.
Scott, your response?
Good flower girl check, but do not kill me, please. Not a good move at all for the good team.
Okay. 8 votes required.
You did
So
chat
what,
with Steven,
different?
and he said he was evil.
I didn't vote.
We kind of want different people to.
I didn't vote. Yes, I didn't vote on the previous one either.
Why do we want different people?
We want to.
Flower girl Vortox.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Do we want to kind of get everyone at some point to do
Seems
the
reasonable.
vortex check?
We still have to
5 is not
execute
enough.
someone though.
Okay. I want to nominate Varg.
Adrian nominates Varg. Tell us why.
He said something about me at the beginning of the game, and I usually am very vengeful. And also, I talked with him, and he gave me 3 rolls, and I think he's bluffing. He just looks really suspicious.
Oh yeah.
Varg?
Yeah, I'm really suspicious tonight, guys. I'm not evil. I'm good. I didn't claim a down roll to you because it's S and V. I gave you a 3. I am one of the rolls in the 3. What else can I say?
Okay. 8 required. Here we go.
I think we gotta do 1.
One what?
I mean, we gotta put somebody on the block.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we gotta officially kill somebody, guys.
Yeah.
5 is not enough.
Thanks.
Anybody with a spent
Spent artist.
one time spent
Artist,
artist or seamstress?
seamstress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clockmaker willing to come out now?
Yeah. One of those 3, I'm thinking. if it's spent, and clockmaker, and if the other two are spent.
No takers. I'm gonna push it, guys.
All right, I'll nominate Ross.
James nominates Ross. Tell us why, James.
I believe there's about a 1 in 8 chance that he may be the demon, and we need to do
Why
something
those
here.
odds?
That can be explained potentially later.
Okay, Ross. Pretty esoteric argument there. What do you have to say in response?
Not evil, so please don't vote me out. I might as well just say it. I am top half townsfolk. I'm not the most critical role on the planet, but I do get information. So keep me on for a while at least.
Okay, 8 votes required.
Not critical was the words.
Gotta do this, somebody. thing.
One more.
7 is not enough. Close but no cigar. Any other nominations?
Because we don't want too many nominations just in case there is a witch.
Yeah.
Almost everyone's nominated by this point, right?
Yeah.
I'll nominate.
We could kill Trey.
That's what I was just about to say. Like,
Don't do that.
Why are we doing that day one?
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry, as a good twin, I'm obliged to push on Trey.
I don't know. I nominate Sarah.
Vog nominates Sarah.
I don't know. Sarah gave me that look. I don't know. I don't know what you are, Sarah. You talk to the storyteller. You could be an artist.
Sarah?
She looks so upset right now.
She made me look.
Nope.
I
think you might have to say that again, Sarah. We're losing you.
I don't want to die today. I'm good. I'm probably good for this time. Oh no.
The only thing we heard was, "Oh no!"
Sorry,
Oh
guys.
no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah. So I'm good. I would prefer not to die today. If I were the artist, I wouldn't have used ability today. So there is that.
Okay. You know the drill by this point. 8 required. Here we go.
We do have to.
We
have to, but I'm not sure about Sarah. But
Yeah, I'm not either. But yeah, I just have to give the option to later people to give it a shot.
Yeah.
Wow,
Sarah.
Still not enough. Very cagey town here.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Terrified of the witch.
No, apparently
we're
not.
terrified.
We keep
6 or 7
nominating.
nominations so far.
We aren't voting.
You know what we aren't afraid of? Vortoxes.
Are we gambling
Yeah,
today? Are we
suggested that it could be a
gambling today?
vortex or no doxes.
Vortox, no fear. Which
Right.
one fear?
Roll the die.
One fear.
It's a 1 in 4 chance it's vortex.
That's true. That's true.
Final call for nominations.
All right, I guess I'm more afraid of the Vortex than the Witch. I'll nominate Chris A. if he hasn't been nominated, because he's one of the few I think that hasn't.
Stephen nominates Chris A. All right, Stephen, state your case.
I think that we should not let the Vortex end the game on day 1.
That's fair.
Chris?
I'm not a good kill. I have hard claimed with one person, and I think I should stay alive at least one more day.
Is it more important than losing instantly?
Well, we
says the guy.
I can help win the game with some of my information.
You offer
help win the game.
You offer a small amount of information. You receive instant game loss.
All right, 8 required.
Vote for someone.
Oh my gosh.
You guys can do what you want. I'll add up to the whatever, but
let's do it.
Oh, whatever.
There's 7. One more. That's 8. Sorry, Chris.
8 is enough. Chris A on the block. Do we have any other nominations?
Chris A, you're obligated to hunt and haunt Stephen down for the rest of his days.
Yeah.
Revenant.
I didn't want to be
I'm going-
the one to do the dirty deed.
I'm going to nominate J-Mac.
Okay, Chris, tell us why you've chosen J-Mac.
I don't want to die.
Well, it's going to be difficult to disprove that, J-Mac, because I think it's true. But do you have anything to say?
No, I totally think it's true that he doesn't want to die. I don't want to die either. I think I know what role he is, so I don't know if it makes sense to keep him or me alive based off of knowing what my role is as well. So, whatever you guys want to do, I don't care.
Okay. 8 is the current number to beat. Here we go.
I'd like to share. I'd like to share some important information, which is that Guami's hat is like the same color as his background, so it looks like he could hide really efficiently.
Not
Hiding
unlike a
skill
pool
would be
table.
really efficient in this environment. I think.
6 is not enough. Final call for nominations today. All right. Chris A is executed and dies. The game continues, of course. Everybody goes to sleep.
Goodbye, Chris A.
Being the juggler, literally. So I could have found out which one was the evil twin, which can help win the game because we can't win without finding that out.
So, nope, I have nothing narrowed down. I thought I had something narrowed down, and then I got confused as to what demon did what.
See what I did there? I think I totally let Sage die. I feel a little bad about that. I'm putting it on my little sheet here. He was a sage. You got a lot of info. Manny and Guami talked, and they are 4 seats away from each other. J-Mac and Robert talked, also 4 seats. Ross and Adrian both talked to Varg, and they were both 4 seats away. Adrian went to the Storyteller immediately.
I couldn't talk to Ross. I talked to Candace, so I know that Candace is the pit hag. I did not talk to Ross, and Candace talked to Varg, but I don't know. I just have this feeling that I'm going to be found out very quick. See, that's the thing is if the longer I try, the more detrimental it might be to our team. And if I'm going to get found out anyways, I might as well just find out early so that way we can take the dreamer out of the game. But if I feel like there's a world where I could convince anybody not to kill me, or I'm sorry, if there's a world where I can convince people to kill Manny, then it's worth it. But it's almost like, is it like in chess? Is it better to sacrifice me so we can get rid of the dreamer?
This is crazy. If you weren't paying attention, I was snake charmed and became the poison snake charmer. So snake charmer is now the Nodashi. And then the pit hag just turned me into the good Vortox. So just clarifying with Ben, now I have to basically, in order for good to win, I have to kill off both demons. So I've got to find that snake charmer and then kill myself. Is basically the idea here. And I'm suspecting the snake charmer is Chris T right now because I don't know. It's just the impression I get. He's usually suspicious of me if I talk to him, and he would absolutely pick me first night out if he was snake charmer.
Well, that was a day.
That's got to be right up there with one of the most insane night twos I've ever seen. This early in the game as well, that much change. This is either going to be an epic or it's going to be over in like 2 or 3 days' time. J-Mac is in a really, really difficult spot.
Yes.
But yeah, we're gonna have Ross and Adrian die. So it's worth noting the Ross doesn't register as evil, so any eagle-eyed viewers out there thinking, hang on a minute, you lied to Stephen, Ross is good. Sarah's savant information is now poisoned, which means we can either lie to her twice or tell her 2 truths. And I am really rearing to tell her 2 truths. So I think we'll probably say last night a new demon was created, and there are currently no dead outsiders. I think we're going to tell her both of those, which are obviously both true. She's then going to, when Ross comes out, she's going to think, great, we've got at least 1 dead outsider, and that's probably going to confuse her down the line.
Yep. Exactly. But she might think he's a mutant or something else. Or who knows what she's going to think he is.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Or she might think that one of her neighbors is the. No, but she won't think one of her neighbors, because Ross is going to snitch on his own minions, so she won't think one of her neighbors is the snake charmer. Yeah. Do you know what? This is just a stream of consciousness coming out of my mouth right now. let's just wait and see what happens, shall we?
Figure out something good when we need to give that savant info out.
Yeah, we can. Well, we're going to have to wait until she collars us, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's wake everyone up.
That is really unlucky for Chris. Really unlucky, because his guesses were spot on. He was about to get a 2.
No.
Yeah.
We said that there was a way to figure out those evil twins. He had juggled Trey as the evil twin. He would have got a 2.
Yeah.
But now he's dead and is never going to get that juggle information.
I think, what I would really have liked to have seen is, because Ross must have heard that and thought, well, I know that Trey's the evil twin, and obviously the juggler is the juggler. So I wonder if Ross would have killed him based on that juggle alone, because if you sort of objectively look at all the juggles that happened, I think if you're the demon and you don't know which one's the real juggler, that one sounded like the most damaging. So I think I would have probably killed Chris A if I were Ross. Obviously, if he wasn't already dead.
Exactly. I would have done the same thing, because someone else juggled Trey as the evil twin, but then also juggled Manny as the dreamer, which is just compounding it for no reason, which seems more bluff than actual.
Yeah, that is. I mean, that I guess if you're checking for a Vortox, you get a 0 or something, but yeah, not great, juggle really. I think beyond that, there's the only other things that were really cool were Adrian's artist question, which we've already expressed our delight at. But
James knows it. James must know it, because James said, "Boss, you're 1 of 8," and everyone's like, "What are you talking about? This is so cryptic."
Yeah, Ross's response then should have been, "I think there's a 7 out of 8 chance that I'm not the demon." Sarah's savant information, obviously pretty useful if she can figure it out. I thought for sure she was going to get executed then, but she lives to fight another day. Shall we start this thing? Okay, Scott, we're here on night 2. You've still got your ability. Do you want to use it?
I'm going to wait a little bit longer.
Pressing your luck.
Pressing my luck.
All right, well.
All my games. Yep.
Let's hope it holds out. We will see you again tomorrow night, hopefully.
Yep. Hopefully. Take care.
Well, my plan didn't go very well. Chris died first day, so that information is pretty much useless. Let's go with my buddy Ross.
Okay.
He shared a lot of information with me yesterday, so I want to know if he's making it up or helping me out.
Okay, J-Mac, you select Ross.
Yes.
You are the no Dashi, you are evil.
Okay.
Have fun with that one.
I will.
All right. So, yes, we are going to have to make some alterations now, because the no Dashi has new neighbors, and there's a lot of implications from that. So first of all, let's switch the poisoned townsfolk neighbors. Sarah now becomes poisoned as the nearest townsfolk neighbor on the right, and Chris, the dead juggler, becomes poisoned as the nearest townsfolk neighbor on the left. What that means is, so Stephen, I was probably going to give Stephen correct information anyway, because it's difficult to imagine that Chris A would have been evil. But Manny is no longer poisoned. So as the dreamer, he's got one night of bad information about a pit hag, and then is going to start getting correct information. So when he starts verifying his correct information with other people, if Candice has taken that Klutz bluff, it's going to make her ironclad. So if she turns herself into a demon later on, it's going to look good. However, unfortunately, Ross is probably about to stand up and tell everybody who his minions were. So I've got some news for you.
Okay.
And that news is you are the snake charmer. You are good.
And poisoned.
That's awesome. It's a relief. Okay, then I won't tell you who I was about to kill.
Okay. Well, hey, no, tell us just for fun. Who would you have killed out of curiosity?
It was depending on where the juggler gets the information. It's not in the night order. If juggler got it after me, I was going to pick Gwami. If he got it before me, I was going to pick Adrian.
Okay. Juggler's very late in the night order.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking with Varg and Adrian going at each other a little bit, that would have been like a little bit of throwing around the juggler stuff. I wanted maybe the demon targeting the potential jugglers would have been a good play too. But either way, I am now the snake charmer.
Yes, it's all elementary now. All right, well, thanks, Ross. See you later.
So what's your strategy, Ross? Now that you've been turned good, what's your strategy? How do you plan to go into this day?
Well, that's a really good question. Like, do I tell everybody about it? I think I tell one person. I think I'm going to tell J-Mac about it, and then we'll just see where it goes from there.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you. Okay, Varg, it's cursing time. Who do you want to pick?
I pick. I'm gonna keep it on Chris T for now.
Okay, Chris T it is. All right, thanks. Okay.
There we go.
All right, so Candice, it's time for some toil and trouble. Who are you gonna mess with?
Oh, I've got two plans, and I don't know which one is the best one. I'm gonna play it safe today, and I will change Ross into the Vortox.
You're gonna turn Ross into the Vortox. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Very unusual. Okay, right. This doesn't happen too often, but I need to just quickly check a rule here. So.
Because he's a poison snake charmer, but is he a poison Vortox, or is he not a poison Vortox?
Yeah, he must be, because each night choosing a life player, a chosen demon swaps characters and alignments with you and is then poisoned. Now, so this is a very fringe situation, but as a general rule, when a character is removed from the board, unless it specifies otherwise, their ongoing effects are removed from the board.
Ooh.
So, given that there is no longer a snake charmer in play, I think that there should no longer be snake charmer poisoning, which means we now have a good Vortox in play. But
interesting situation.
Yeah. So, okay, right. We've now got some decisions that we need to make. Now, that rule, actually, it doesn't matter what that rule is if we decide to kill Ross, because now that Candice has made a let me start that again. Now that Candice has made a pit hag switch of a new demon, deaths tonight are arbitrary. We're not going to go visit J-Mac. We're not going to visit Ross. We choose who dies. Now, we can't kill J-Mac. That would end the game very quickly. We could kill Ross. Alternatively, we could keep him alive and have two demons in the game.
For a little bit.
Yeah, well, we don't get to... this is probably our only opportunity to kill him right now.
That's true. Even though J-Mac did say he's going to talk... Ross did say he's going to talk to J-Mac and trust J-Mac with the information, which was very interesting, as you heard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, well, that's important. I think we've got to kill Ross. I think if we don't kill Ross now, this is going to get massively chaotic. As
Do we
much as
want
I would
chaos
love to
or
have
not?
2 demons walking around, one of them good, because that would be hilarious, I think we've got to do the responsible thing. Sorry to anybody watching this who is hoping for chaos, but I think we've got to do the responsible thing here and kill off Ross.
Yes.
I think we'll probably...
Although knowing Ross, he would probably end up. Here's the interesting part, and I might talk you into this, but here's the interesting part. Ross, knowing who the minions are, may not spread it, but may kill the minions overnight as well.
Yeah.
So either way, it's going to lead to an interesting road.
I think that, yeah, that does sound absolutely hilarious, but I think we have to kill Ross because
perfect.
He's an ex-demon who knows who the minions are, who can now kill off the minions, and I think that the evil team are already struggling.
Yeah.
So I think that for the purpose of balance, we've got to off Ross, basically. I think we'll signal to the rest of the game that a demon switch has been made by killing Adrian as well. Adrian no longer has an ability, so we'll kill Ross and Adrian tonight, and that will give Ross something. But right now, we have to go and tell Ross that he's a good Vortox. All right, Ross. You are the Vortox. You are good.
Okay, I'm the Vortox.
So if we were playing this in person,
yes, please.
If we were playing this in person, I would have just said, "You're the Vortox. You're good." But I think you can figure out how that's probably happened, because there's only one way you could have been turned into another character.
Absolutely. So
and interesting, you didn't talk with any of your minions. I didn't see you talk to any of your
I
minions.
spoke to Varg.
You did speak to
and I had Varg pass the information on to Trey and Candace. So, well, it's good. Okay, so she pit-hagged me back into the Vortox, but I'm good. So how does that? I've never been in this situation before. How does this work? Do I still kill, or do I just reveal myself for the?
It's worth noting that on when a pit hag makes a new demon, deaths in the night are arbitrary. So Jason and myself are going to be selecting who dies tonight.
Okay.
When a pit hag makes new demon, sorry. So yeah, you don't need to worry about that just yet.
Okay, so what is my drive right now? Who am I trying to kill off? Am I trying to kill off other good players and be the last person standing, or am I trying to kill off my? I don't know.
So you're on the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jason.
Oh, I was going to say, in order for the good team to win, which you are now on,
yeah,
you must kill off all demons before the final 2. All demons must be dead before the final 2. All demons, including good demons.
That's right. So part of your win condition is your own death right now.
Okay, so I've got to kill myself, and I've got to find that snake charmer. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. All right.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, Manny, it is time for you to dream a dream. Who do you want to dream about?
I'm going to dream about Varg today.
Okay, you dream about Varg and learn that he is either the mathematician or the witch.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. There you go. Okay. Hello, Stephen. So,
I do get visited.
You are getting visited. You're not dead. So, you learn that there are currently 0 dead players who are evil.
Okay.
No big shock there, right?
No, I don't know. I was hoping we'd manage to kill someone.
All right. Thank you. Okay, James, it's cutting time. Do you wanna use your ability?
I mean, I could use it to try and figure out which of the twins are the evil twin, but I think I'm gonna wait.
Press your luck again.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not next to an Odashi. I don't feel like Adrian was next to an Odashi, and his information, if his information is good, I think we can narrow down to who the demon is, and I want to use my ability to suss out which demon or who the demon is. And if all else fails, I'll try and figure out who the evil twin is. But
okay, so you're gonna hold off for tonight.
Yeah, I'm holding.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Well, that was a day.
that has got to be right up there with one of the most insane night twos I've ever seen. This early in the game as well, that much change. This is either going to be an epic or it's going to be over in like 2 or 3 days' time. JMac is in a really, really difficult spot.
Yes.
But yeah, we're gonna have Ross and Adrian die. So it's worth noting the Ross doesn't register as evil, so any eagle-eyed viewers out there thinking, hang on a minute, you lied to Stephen, Ross is good. Sarah's savant information is now poisoned, which means we can either lie to her twice or tell her 2 truths, and I am really rearing to tell her 2 truths. So I think we'll probably say, last night a new demon was created, and there are currently no dead outsiders. I think we're going to tell her both of those, which are obviously both true. She's then going to when Ross comes out, she's going to think, great, we've got at least 1 dead outsider, and that's probably going to confuse her down the line.
Yep. Exactly. Because she might think he's a mutant or something else, or who knows what she's going to think.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Or she might think that one of her neighbors is the. Oh, no, but she won't think one of her neighbors because Ross is going to snitch on his own minions, so she won't think one of her neighbors is the snake charmer. Do you know what? This is just a stream of consciousness coming out of my mouth right now. let's just wait and see what happens, shall we?
Good when we need to give that savant info out.
All right, everybody home. Good stuff. Right. Good morning, everybody.
Good
Adrian
morning.
died in the night. Ross died in the night.
Wow.
Even change.
Yep. Well, I was the juggler.
Nah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I'll open breakout rooms.
So Chris, you were the juggler. So what did you juggle?
Well, he
I juggled myself as the juggler and Trey as the evil twin. So we could find out which one was the evil twin.
Steven, can we talk?
Adrian, can I talk to you?
J-Mac.
Boy,
can I
did the
chat with
evil
you?
twin dodge a bullet there.
Yeah. I'll come to your place.
Okay.
Come to my room, Trey.
Okay.
And you just outed me as
Chris?
not the juggler, Chris.
Chris T, would you like to chat with me, please?
Varg, would you like to talk?
Sure, let's go, Kwame.
Now we need to find another way of working out which one the evil twin is.
Your room.
You're muted.
People die.
Okay, and I can tell you, the first thing I would like you to do is I would like you to tell me your role.
Okay. Well, I'm top half. So beyond that, I mean, I'll give you a 3 for 3. I'm not ready to just tell you my role.
J-Mac, if you give me your role right now, I'm going to give you information that's going to blow your mind.
Okay. I'm the flower girl.
Okay. So you probably got that the demon voted, right?
Yes.
Because I was the demon. Okay.
Really?
I was the Nodashi.
Oh.
I was the Nodashi, and last night I got snake charmed. And I got turned into the positive or the good snake charmer. Then I got pit hagged into the Vortox. So I was a good Vortox, and then I died in the night. So when there are 2 demons created, that's where Adrian died, or Adrian was going to be my pick. So Adrian died, and then the actual demon killed me. So the snake charmer is now the Nodashi.
Okay.
And
have you? I mean, I guess that we should find out if we can find out who the snake charmer was, or.
Yeah. The snake. Yeah, I'm suspecting Chris T at this point, but I can tell you that Varg is the witch. I can tell you that Candace is the pit hag, and that Trey is indeed the evil twin.
That Trey is indeed the evil twin.
Yeah.
Okay, and you said Candace is the pit hag?
Yeah, because I got changed back into a Vortox, and she was the other minion that I didn't know. Varg is claiming mathematician. Trey is obviously claiming dreamer, and Candace is going to be claiming the klutz if she got the information from Varg. And I feel like a total rat right now, but I'm not on that team anymore.
Okay. What was the one that Varg is claiming? Mathematician, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. I will not trust their information, and I will see if I can figure this out. So if you are the good snake charmer now, you are also poisoned?
No, got turned into the Vortox. So I'm a good Vortox that's now dead.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Makes sense. Yeah, see who you can talk to. I don't know who will talk with you or not, but
so here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to claim that I've been switched at all. I'm going to be talking with Varg and Candace and Trey as I'm still on the evil team. So
okay, that works.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
But they'll figure it out. So okay. Thanks.
Thanks.
And Ben, how bad did I just think that? It just occurred to me now that I'm now evil and I just sank my team.
No. I'm obliged to tell you what alignment you were playing for. If you had turned evil again, I would have been obliged to tell you.
Okay, perfect. So
you're absolutely a dead good Vortox.
Okay, so I still feel like a rat for the record, but they're not doing me any favors. So
hey, don't feel bad, man. You're literally on the righteous cause of good right now.
I love
you're
it.
Like you convert. You're born again, born anew.
I love it. I love it. Oh, this is awesome. Thank you, sir.
All right, good luck.
So I got on the first day. I got Candace as the artist or the Fangu, which Adrian said no, I'm not. No, she's not. I'm the artist. And then last night I got Adrian as the town crier or the Serenovus, which is also wrong, which I figured it would be.
Adrian.
Right.
And what did you get Candace as?
Artist of the Fangu. Now, Adrian could have been a Nodashi and they just made a Vortox. I don't know.
Yep.
You say Adrian could have been the...
Adrian could have been a Nodashi, killed himself, and they created a Vortox.
Okay.
But see, to me, I would personally have created Fangu because I think it's the best demon there is. But hey. At least from the storyteller standpoint.
And there are outsiders.
Yeah, there's two. That was another thing we didn't even cover on day one because the twins. Did anybody hear of any outsiders?
Well, typically outsiders don't claim an S&V. Like, it would be foolish to.
That's true. That's true.
I've heard of one potential, but I don't know. Soft claim.
And when I was talking to Adrian goes, I told James that I was a flower girl. I'm really suspicious of James. And I don't know what that means, but that's just what he told me.
He actually told me too. I don't know if he told both
Adrian
James
told you that?
Yeah, he told me that he was the flower girl.
Adrian did not specifically tell me what he asked, but he told me that his question led him to believe that the demon could have been one of 7 people. And I said, was Ross in there? And he said, yes.
Okay.
But I said, did you ask, or did your question lead you to believe what demon it could be? He said, no, it just pertained to the players.
Hi.
You wouldn't have to be the town crier, would you?
Would I? No,
because that's the only other way I'm thinking we're going to figure out the evil twins. Have you heard of a town crier?
Oh, Oh, yeah, because Manny was the only one that nominated yesterday. Well,
yeah.
But the problem is there's so many minions.
Yeah, and so many people did nominate yesterday, but
it is a good way to go.
It is.
With as many people as we have, I assume there is a town crier out there somewhere.
So you are not the town crier. All right. Oh. But you are and no point in dreaming against Trey or Manny because you're going to get one of those 2 roles.
Actually, that one of them is the dreamer.
Wait a minute. Chris, you lied to me.
I did.
All right, I guess I have to ask the question. What did you do?
I don't know. I don't know.
What did you do? Wait, what did you do?
I changed Ross to the Vortex, so I don't know
Ah.
what happened.
What, are you still the pit egg?
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so
It's only
there's
been
no.
one night. I don't know how he died.
Then is Trey the demon now? What the hell's going on? So wait, I'm sorry. So
Yeah.
Ross is the Vortex. Ross died.
He died. I don't know.
Someone else also died at night though.
Yeah, what is going
And you picked.
You're sitting next to Nodashi. I'm going to share the artist information.
Okay.
With you because it's going to help us sort. So when I made the comment that I was 1 in 8, I wasn't lying.
Okay.
So his question was that the demon's name has the letter R in it, and he got a yes. That's why I was just. If you look at my voting pattern, anybody who had an R in their name that was up for nomination got voted on, except for Sarah, because I don't believe Sarah is evil, but I could be wrong. I just didn't get a read of that. So I'm thinking Robert might be the no doubt or.
Okay, well, here's another question. Did we have an effective Flower Girl check? Did everybody vote? Probably. Lots of votes.
Probably. There was a lot of votes, so I
Right,
can't
I
imagine.
voted. Guami voted. Chris T.
Oh, that's right. We got the Vortex and screw your information.
Yeah, I'm just looking.
If there's a Vortex, then that R stuff's no good.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, it is good because it's reverse. So it'd be actually better because then it'd be down to 7 people.
Well, I'm down to, at this point, Chris T, Robert.
Chris T did not vote.
Ross, Chris A, Varg, and Sarah were my. Because it can't be Trey. He's got an R, but it can't be him because he's one of the twin. He's either the twin or the dreamer.
Yep, that is true.
So
And
that was what I was
is
down
the case.
to.
So Chris T did not vote. Scott voted. You voted.
Right, okay, so your 2 pieces of information, one of which is true, one of which is false, is as follows. Piece of information number 1. There are currently no dead outsiders.
Okay.
Piece of information number 2. Last night, a new demon was created.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, because I hard claim to Adrian, and Adrian is claiming to be the flower girl.
Oh, he's a flower girl?
Yeah. So I trust him over Ross. I've not chatted to Ross at all, but the fact that I hard claimed didn't.
That's fair. And you're the juggler.
Yep.
And I'll,
died before getting information.
I'll give you all the information I've heard because I've heard from a clockmaker.
Ooh.
And their information. And don't tell anybody any of this.
I won't.
Or at least not right now.
Yep.
Was 4.
4? Wow.
Yep.
It's interesting.
And I believe that Ross was the demon.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And
it's not you.
And I feel like with Ross being the demon, it could have been me, which it isn't. And I believe it's Varg is a minion.
Okay.
Do you want to claim what you were?
Yeah, I was town crier, and one minion voted.
You did get info.
I did. One minion nominated.
Okay. So that would point to Stephen, J-Mac, or Varg.
Always been a Vortex. It could have been a Nodashi turned into a Vortex. It could have been a Vortex turned into a Nodashi. It's probably not a Fangu. It's probably not a Vigor Mortis, but it could be a Vigor Mortis, unlikely, but possible.
Okay. Ben, I feel like you're playing chess with me.
Oh, this is way more complicated than chess.
You're playing chess with me. You're sitting up here with a dead demon. Oh my gosh.
So what do you guys what do you think's going on right now?
I think that you killed the demon and we still have the evil twins. There's a possibility he killed the barber.
And that Trey is now the demon.
And he swapped. maybe himself with Trey. Maybe he's now the dead evil twin and Trey is the Vortox.
If you kill a barber while the demon is dead, but the game is still progressing because of Evil Twin, you'd still wake up the dead demon and say, who do you want to switch characters with? So I assume you'd pick Trey, because Trey is already in the Evil Twin pair.
Yeah,
It's going to live
yeah.
a long time and not be executed until, like Trey said, later in the game.
Right.
So it's very probable if Adrian was the barber, or Chris A was the barber for that matter.
Those are certainly some possibilities, but not
They
all
are,
of the
yeah.
possibilities.
Oh crap!
There are-
Okay.
I'm not going to say whether or not those are the
No.
things that have happened, but there are
Right.
certainly other things that could have
When
happened.
I don't know what happened, I'm like, what just happened? Bark was like, what did you do? I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know.
Straight up, what did you do?
I don't know.
We have 2 deaths. You maniac.
Brilliant.
Question
All right.
later. But I mean, from what Adrian said to me, it sounded like he was in the know. So I got on the first day, I got Candace as the artist or the Fangu, which Adrian said, no, I'm not. No, she's not. I'm the artist. And then last night I got Adrian as the town crier or the Serenovus, which is also wrong, which I figured it would be.
Adrian?
Silence.
Oh.
Other than some
Ross
Tommy
is sitting
laughs.
here.
This game is much more relaxing when you're dead. I'll tell you that for free.
Has anyone heard of a town crier that got a no?
The town crier that got a
You guys
no.
know what you're doing. I'm just going to leave you to it. Crack on.
So I think we
Sorry,
are like,
Ben.
I'm 75% sure we're in a Vortex game now.
Me too.
I get the same feeling.
Yeah.
I also would like to say it's very strange that the pit hag would have made a new demon already.
Yeah.
I think the demon had a lot of sauce yesterday.
Well,
So I guess my question is, if it's Vortox game, does it always mean we get bad information, or sometimes bad, sometimes good? Because
Always.
always bad.
Always.
Yeah. So it's
Of course,
important
if
to know
the demon
that
changed.
the Vortox does not cause drunkenness or poisoning. It literally causes townsfolk abilities to yield false info. So in a Vortox game, I must give townsfolk false info. There is no choice for me.
Okay.
Right. Manny, were you going to ask me a question?
No.
Oh.
I was just gonna say, if the demon changed, then that's one reason why.
Yeah, I really suspect that Ross was the demon.
Yep.
And the pit hag the pit hag made the move last night, changed another evil player into the Vortex. So
Why 2 kills?
because that pit hag kill is arbitrary.
Yeah.
When
Right,
a
but
new
that-
demon is made by the pit hag, deaths are arbitrary.
But there'd only be one.
Not necessarily.
Deaths are arbitrary. Everyone could
Storyteller
die
can
but one
choose to
if that's what the storyteller
Yeah,
decided.
can confirm that Stephen is mechanically correct.
I think
I
that's
mean,
what
if the
they do.
storyteller
Okay,
wanted to, they
okay.
could kill
That's at night.
He could have
most of
ended
the
the
town.
game last night.
Oh,
If I
okay.
was a pit
Okay.
hag.
Okay.
Could have.
Okay.
If people was in that much trouble that they felt that they needed to pit egg into a new demon, why would the storyteller clue us in?
Maybe the new demon is now seated mechanically close to somebody that can cause drunkenness or poisoning.
Right, but didn't we say it was a Vortex?
Is it a Vortex now? Is that
How
what
would you
we?
I believe it's a
know? If
Vortex
everybody
now.
thinks it is now. Yeah.
Okay.
Because people I've talked to are not anywhere near each other, and it almost looks really certain that their information is bad.
Okay.
So it's not that they're sitting next to a new Nodashi.
It could be a Fangu as well.
That's a possibility.
I'm
Well,
willing
I
to
mean,
bet
any
it
of
Yeah,
started
but
at
then
Fangu.
why would the Fangu poison people's information?
Well, why are there 2 deaths if it's just a Fangu?
No, a pit hag Fangu. Like it was switched to a Fangu.
Oh, somebody made it a Fangu.
Yeah,
Fangu jump.
Or it was before and then it got changed to.
The garbage
Okay. I
information
guess it
points
could-
to
yeah.
Vortex, so we have to kill.
So we do have to kill. Okay.
Is there a flower girl?
I've heard of one.
I was telling people
I
that
believe-
I'm the flower girl. I'm not the flower girl.
Cool.
If there is a flower girl,
All right.
though, if they got a no, if they got a yes yesterday, I am 100% confirmed. Not the demon.
Yes, Shady Chris did not vote yesterday.
Didn't vote
Not
yesterday.
vote. Thank you.
And on that, I nominate Christy.
Okay, Stephen nominates Chris T. Tell us all about it.
Well, he didn't vote, and that's shady as all get out.
All right. Chris, what do you think about that?
I thought it was a glorious idea to not vote and get myself confirmed as not the demon.
And deprive us of a vortex check.
It's perfect.
In a game
Well-
where two demons cause false information to occur.
Only one of them would be to two people, and the other one would be to everybody. And I did not believe we had a vortex to start out.
Okay. 6 required.
We get it to 6.
I'm not going to use a dead vote, but I'd vote for Christie on general principle.
I'm just going to vote for everything because we have to execute someone. So
Yep,
if Chris
definitely
gets
have to
6,
execute.
that's
We
fine.
do.
If someone else gets 6 off my vote, that's fine too. I don't care.
3 is not enough. Chris lives.
Take that, Steven. Trying to kill me.
We're ever closer to disproving the witch.
Yes.
You're one step.
Well, it's either a witch or a Serenovus is the other demon. No, the other minion. So.
Right.
You can't
Well, I
get
believe-
Serenovus executed
Well,
at night, right?
No one's claimed madness so far, correct?
Yeah, but
I'm not sure we have a witch anymore.
You can't.
The fact that a demon changed probably means that
Wait,
whatever the
can
other
I ask a
minion
rules
was
question?
Sure.
is
Yeah.
gone.
So, can you get Serenovus executed at night and not be explicitly told in the morning someone was executed at night?
No, because you can't
okay,
break
cool.
madness.
I just wanted to
at night.
confirm. 'Cause I was pretty
Gotcha.
sure the only way you could get 2 deaths in the script was if Pit Hag changed the demon and the storyteller chose 2 deaths. But
You can
I
get
wanted to
2 deaths
confirm.
in the day because of
Yes.
madness. In fact,
Yes.
you could get up to 3.
Yes, if
technically.
mutant Serenovus and a regular execution.
Right.
So
Gotcha.
the thing is,
Well,
Ross was
and the witch, so
Yeah.
Ross was the
That's true,
demon.
yeah.
An execution though, which is an execution.
oh, is it?
It isn't.
No, which is
No,
not
it's
possible.
not.
No, it's not.
Execution.
You know, I guess 4 deaths, 3 executions in one day.
It's not.
Probably
Four
Ross
deaths,
was the
but
demon.
All
only
right.
3 executions.
Nobody seems to be nominating. I will nominate Chris A.
He's already dead.
I'm
He's
in.
already
dead.
dead.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
all right.
well-
You can still nominate him.
Yep.
Yeah,
It is an option.
it is
Yep.
an option.
So, Gwami,
Yeah.
tell us why you think Chris A's corpse is guilty of something.
He failed us as a juggler. The town should be ashamed.
Wow. Chris, how do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind dying today if I was alive and had my information, but
Now that you're the Zombull, you don't want to die again.
Yeah, did the Pit Hag make you the Zombull after you died?
The different script.
So
base.
it's worth noting, guys, that the execution of a corpse does satisfy the Vortox in terms of the required execution. So it is, some might say, a safe option. Here we go.
You should get exactly 6.
yeah, if you want to get 6,
Definitely not get 6.
Yeah.
Right.
I can pull my vote if I need to.
All right. J Max said it.
He doesn't. He's evil.
Yeah, I'll do it right now. I'll do it right now just to confirm.
Oh.
'Cause I don't want it to go. J-Mac, keep your hand up.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
6
All
is
right.
enough.
Okay.
Chris, again on the
out.
block.
I've done my job.
You were not the best juggler. We are just going to pound your corpse.
Well, I will say that if we have a vortex now, that you weren't that big of a loss because you would have gotten bad info anyway.
Oh, that's
Everybody
true.
get bad info.
The thing is, everybody's going to get bad info the rest of the
Is
game.
it more important than to instantly lose in those rolls?
We receive Juggler 1. You receive
What'd you-
instant game loss.
That was
So,
Are we believing Chris as juggler?
a quick storyteller question. If the Pit Hag made a vortex last night, the rest of the night, everybody would get wrong information, or the rest of the town folk, right?
That's right. The moment the Vortox came into play,
Okay. Alright.
townsfolk abilities would yield false information.
All right.
So,
Be
do we have any
every
other
role.
nominations?
I'll nominate J Mac.
Okay, Scott, tell us why you've chosen JMac.
Well, he went off and talked to Ross right away at the daytime, which may or may not mean anything. But then I asked him what Ross's role was, and he kind of gave me the weird runaround answer, wouldn't tell me. So just going off of that, it's kind of a bizarre answer. So that is it.
Okay, J-Mac?
Sure. No, Ross gave me weird information, and I wanted to kind of go over it. I mean, I wanted Ross to share it if he wanted to. You know, him and I talked for a little bit, so whatever.
Like I can share it, but
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I just didn't want to share it on your behalf, but go ahead.
okay. Since I'm the guy that does it, I was the Nodashi to start. Okay. So that means that the people on either side of me were poisoned. I was then, oh, come on now. I was then snake charmed last night and became the good snake charmer who was poisoned. And then I was pit hagged into the Vortox, and then both Adrian and I died. So you can kind of see why J-Mac would be confused and not want to share that information. I didn't want to share it because whatever, but I am now the good dead Vortox, so let's do it.
Who is your minion? Let's kill him off.
Who are my minions? I feel like a rat doing it, but what do I care?
It's Varg, isn't it?
Varg is the witch, Candace is the pit hag, Trey is the evil twin. I don't know who the sick driver is.
I wish I would have voted for you on day one and get a root rack again.
You tripping.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I want to confirm that Ross's information.
What
I've heard
a-
from a clockmaker that it is a 4.
You got a chef 4?
Who's the demon now?
Okay, so
just to
J-Mac,
let everybody know, the vote is for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Just wanna
don't
bring
vote
that back
J-Mac.
to J-Mac. J-Mac,
Don't vote
in light of
J-Mac.
what's just been said, do you want to add anything to your defense?
No, I that's plenty.
Okay,
And
cool.
you're welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Here we go.
Okay, so it may not.
I feel bad for having done it, but I'm also on the good team now, so I'd be betraying the other my team.
No,
now,
you
otherwise.
did a great job.
Sure you did.
4 is not enough.
Well,
Chris
if-
ain't still-
I want to nominate Varg so that we don't have to worry about the witch.
No, wait, actually,
Okay, so Chris T nominates Varg and dies.
You son of a biscuit! You biscuit! You just,
oh my god, you did!
What is going on here?
Well, this really doesn't look good for me now, does it? So I was gonna
Kill
say,
him,
no, there's
kill
no way
him,
I'm gonna
bring
go.
him up.
I've never
Chris,
been a witch.
Do you have anything to add to your offense there?
Yes, if I could just take a moment to tell you that Varg has now killed me because I tried to kill him. Take him out, guys.
I did
not. Hey, Chris, for the first time ever in Blood on the Clocktower, can you publicly announce what your role is?
Wow.
I am the clockmaker, and it is officially a 4.
Okay.
Okay, Varg, your defense.
Okay, I was gonna say I am not a witch. I have never been a witch. This is a false accusation by Ross, who is I don't know what Ross is. He assumes he's a good player. He's just bluffing us to try.
I'm a
throw
bad
things
punster,
evil
apparently.
onto the bus. But I was gonna say there is no witch, ha ha ha. But evidently there is a witch. I am not said witch. I swear. I'm the mathematician. And I told people that the first day. I'm a mathematician. I don't know what Ross is. I assume he is a minion killed by the Vigor Mortis.
Okay.
I
6
assume
currently
that
on Chris.
Poison
7
would
required.
probably be on Robert.
Avenge me.
So I would assume that he's the minion.
Avenge
Avenge me.
I will say, Varg has been saying for days he was going to pretend to be the mathematician.
I did say that for days, and then it was ironic because I actually got that role. I don't like being the mathematician, and then I got it, and I was like, yeah.
Anyway, we just tied the vote.
Great.
7 is enough?
Oh, 7.
Yeah, 7.
7 votes is enough.
Okay,
Any other
I
nominations?
am literally the mathematician. Ross is probably a minion killed by.
Nobody else wants to be like me and die because of Varg.
I mean, only
I
one
have a-
person can get witch.
I have a question. Do we think we still have a demon?
I know we do.
We do.
Yeah, we have to have a demon in the game.
The game
So-
would be over.
That's literally
No,
not
because if we have the evil twin, it's not
No,
over.
Oh yeah, evil twin.
Would we rather get rid of the pit hag then?
I'd actually rather get rid of the evil twin, but
Here's what we can do. We can get rid of Candace as the pit hag now, and then we can have an evil twin nominate Varg tomorrow because the evil twin's not going to be witched.
yeah.
So you're gonna nominate.
Heck, might be
Mark?
better.
Final call.
Yeah, because
I'll nominate Candace.
Okay, Manny nominates Candace. So you've kind of already explained this, Manny. Do you have anything to add?
No.
Okay, Candace.
I don't know what Ross is doing. I am not the pit hag. I'm sorry if I'm breaking up. So I don't know what he's playing at, but I am a good role. I don't know what he's doing. I cannot figure out what him and his squad got going on, but I'm not part of it. So do what
Okay.
you want, but I'm not responsible for this tomfoolery that has taken place.
Right. We've currently got 7 on Varg, 8 required for Candace. Here we go.
You don't want to die, Varg.
Well, I don't want to die because I'm good, and I think Ross is a minion that was. Okay, I literally think that Ross was a minion that was killed by the Vigor Mortis, and that's why he's.
I
claiming.
want to be as clever as you're making me out to be. I wish. I
Bro,
was
this is
listening.
literally a tactic I've seen used before. This is not far-fetched or out of field. You can very easily be a minion killed by the Vigor Mortis. You could be the witch. You could be the witch who was killed by the Vigor Mortis.
Can't be a Vigor death.
Robert. Just saying. How would it be a second death? Because the pit hag actually did change the demon.
Final call for nominations today.
Actually, if Ross was the witch, I wouldn't have died because his power wouldn't have been in effect anymore.
Okay, Candace is executed and dies.
I publicly choose Sarah.
Sorry, Candace, are you claiming to be the Klutz?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so Candace claims Klutz and chooses Sarah. The game continues. Everybody goes to sleep. All right. Well, I don't know what to say. I think Varg did put on a really valiant fight there. And I could kind of, looking in people's eyes, I could sort of see there was like a flicker of doubt there. Like he was selling that world where Ross was a minion and this is all some sort of high level play, and that's about the best thing he can do. So, you know, fair play to the guy.
Mm-hmm. Interesting that the first person told was J-Mac.
Yeah, now that was I was present for that conversation, and J-Mac's poker face was like on point during that, like really very impressive. He bluffed that he had no idea like what was going on, and he acted confused, and he was cagey when Manny was asking him what his character was, and then, and here's the brilliant part, when he finally relented, he chose the flower girl as his bluff, which is not a demon bluff and not a character that anybody else has. So lucky, but like that is literally, that might just be the most important thing that happened this whole game.
I know that's going to be key. The fact that he pulled out the one of the roles that isn't in play is perfect.
Yep, absolutely epic plays. It's very rare that you see something this crazy.
Oh man, and Steven is clearly the snake charmer.
It turned on me. I don't know what happened.
Oh my goodness, I don't even know what to say now.
Okay, Scott, night 3, you're still alive. Do you want to use it?
I am going to use my ability, and I am going to start painting some pictures. Be the artist.
Okay.
Or you have their ability, I guess.
Okay, Varg, I guess it's fair to say that your job right now is to try and guess who will nominate you tomorrow.
No, my job is to guess who is not the demon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, that's a good point as well. I hadn't considered that.
It just ends. So, I have no idea. I guess I will put my little witch curse on Steven.
Steven it is. Okay, J-Mac, first. I think really we can't just ask you who you want to kill. We've got to talk about that conversation that you had with Ross.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. I had to go with it because I know Ross really well. So I had to claim Flower Girl, and I just have to hope there isn't a Flower Girl. It helps that Adrian had claimed Flower Girl and is not the Flower Girl, but I know that through Ross, he said no. I talked to Guami, and Guami also said possibly Flower Girl. He gave me a 3, and so I'm hoping Guami isn't the Flower Girl. I'm keeping track as if I'm the Flower Girl now, and I just have to go with that because, yeah, Ross completely outed all the rest of the bad guys. So I know that Varg is going to be the one that dies today, and then Trey will be the next one to go. And so I just have to play completely and 100% good and just hope that nobody can read that it's me. I know that Manny is the dreamer, and so he got bad information the first night, but I'm going to play along with him that he's getting good information now, even though he's going to get bad information for the rest of the game. Sarah, which I don't know what she is, she's going to be poisoned or drunk or whatever, unless she's an outsider, and then it would go all the way around to James. So I'm just trying to keep track of things. I know that I'm good for at least 2 more days, so it's not till the 3rd day that I really have to worry. I just have to not flub anything up, and I just have to play like I'm the Flower Girl and hope there isn't another one. That's all I can do.
All right, well, good luck with that. And, of course, now we've got to ask who you want to kill.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to go with Guami.
Guami it is.
Well, this is interesting. He killed the sweetheart.
Yes, so just...
Where are you going to put the poison?
So I think... So I noticed there that J-Mac said that he believed Manny was going to be getting bad information going forward, which he's incorrect about that, because his nearest townsfolk neighbour to the left is Chris, the dead juggler. But I think that the fairest thing to do would be to actually make Manny sweetheart drunk now for the rest of the game, because what he thinks he got good info, he thinks he got bad info on night 1 and good info on night 2, and is going to continue to get good info for the rest of the game. So by switching that now to bad info, or giving us the option to give him bad info, I think we're probably going to be helping out the evil team quite a bit. But the name of the game right now is doing everything and anything that we can within the rules of the game to help J-Mac stand a chance of winning. So yeah, for that reason, I think we're going to do that. And I think we'll probably, unless he picks J-Mac, or unless he picks another evil player, we'll probably throw Nodashi as the incorrect evil in every single one of these. Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense.
Okay, Manny, it's streaming time. Who do you want to look at?
I think I'm going to look at J-Mac.
So you choose J-Mac and learn that he is either the Flower Girl or the Serenovus. Okay, Stephen, you awake tonight and learn that there is currently 1 dead player who is evil. All right?
Thank you.
Okay, James, do you want to use it?
I am going to go for it.
Who do you want to go with?
I'm going to choose to use it on Trey and J-Mac.
Okay, you choose Trey and J-Mac and learn that, yes, they are on the same team.
That was an interesting choice.
That was a very interesting development. So, what's interesting about that, actually, is so Manny the Dreamer has got info that J-Mac can't be the demon, right?
Correct.
And the rest of the town think that the evil team is Varg, Candice, Trey, and some ex-Snake Charmer. But they think correctly that the demon is an Odashi. So Manny and James, between them, one of them is going to think that they're neighbouring an Odashi. And given that there is a buffer zone between J-Mac and Manny of Chris, the dead juggler, if I were a good player in this game, I would be suggesting that Scott is probably the Nodashi.
I agree. What happened makes it look more like Scott is actually the Nodashi than J-Mac. So it'll be very interesting to see what the town does and how they could puzzle this out.
Yeah. Throw into the mix as well, Dead Gwami. Given that I think Manny's Dreamer info looks more legit than James's Seamstress info, Gwami might come out and say, hey, James, I think that you've been drunked by me.
Very true as well.
Yeah. We are relying on the good team being too smart for their own good here. If they just follow everything that we've given them, they will get it right. But I think that they're going to think it's more complicated than it is. But I guess we'll see, right?
Yes, exactly. It'll be a very interesting day today.
All right, let's wake everyone up.
Yes.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the town square. Gwami died in the night.
Scott, can I talk to you?
Who?
Steven.
Scott. This is Christy.
Who said that? Chris?
Werewolf.
Yeah.
So are you going to give me your roll yet,
I know
James?
who it is. I know who it is.
Hold on, before you say that, because I think I may know who it is. Yeah, I'm the seamstress.
Okay.
And I used it last night on Trey and J-Mac, and I got a yes, but if there's a vortex, my information is no good.
It's not Vortex. It's
Oh.
still Nodashi.
Yeah, it's still Nodashi because the
Timer goes first.
Oh.
Yeah, so what Ross
Hello. Are you an outsider?
No.
Okay. That's all. I'm a clockmaker.
Yep, I know.
Do you want to tell me your role? You don't have to, but you can.
I was the philosopher, and I just changed last night.
Oh, what'd you do?
I am the artist. So
Ooh.
I haven't asked the question yet, but I will by the end of the day.
All right. Well, then I would say if you're asking to look for a snake charmer, I would ask if it's Steven, J. Mac, or Sarah. But
I'd be asking for the demon, right? Not
Yeah.
the snake at this point.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. And it's
Yep.
what? Nodashi, because he took it before he became the Vortex.
Wait, what?
It
How's
would
that
be
work?
a Nodashi, because Ross started as Nodashi. Snake Charmer took Nodashi, and then Ross was changed to Vortex.
Yes.
So you're looking for Nodashi. Okay.
Yep.
But that would be my guess if you wanted to go that route.
Yep.
Because I have it under good authority on everybody else. So
You don't think Robert's bad?
nope.
Okay. So who did you say?
Steven, J. Mac, or Sarah.
Okay. Cool.
You can narrow it down from there or take you do whatever you want. It's your role.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks.
Yep. Bye.
You're the flower girl.
Mm-hmm. And yesterday was no help because everybody voted.
Doesn't matter. You're one of my candidates to possibly be poisoned.
Okay.
It's either Sarah, James, or Scott. You can't say
Sarah,
anyone else.
James, or Scott. That you think is the demon or that you think is poisoned?
That I think is the demon.
Okay.
So,
Do you know anything about their roles that they're claiming?
well, Sarah's visiting Ben every day, so I assume Savant.
Okay.
Scott claimed to me, I don't remember exactly what he claimed, but he claimed like the bottom half of the townsfolk role, or like the bottom section of the townsfolk role, Philosopher Sage. I wrote down Philosopher Sage Artist, but I did that like 3 conversations later, so I might have one of those wrong. But,
Sure.
But they were all roles in that area. And I don't know anything about James. But
Okay. Yeah, Scott claimed
gonna,
Scott claimed bottom half to me too.
I'm gonna lay everything out that I've done to you.
That you've done to me?
No, that I've
that
checked.
you've done. Okay,
I've
gotcha.
given
gotcha,
you all
gotcha.
my info. You're the only person I'm doing this to. Well, I might go to Ross too, but
Okay.
I checked Candace Night 1. I got Klutz Fang Goo. But if Ross is really the Nodashi, then that information is wrong. But that makes sense with Klutz's claim, or with Candace's.
So Klutz and Fangu.
And Fangu. And then 2 nights ago, I checked Varg and got Witch Mathematician. And then Ross named him as the Witch, and Varg came out as the Mathematician. So I think that follows that Ross was snake charmed and I was getting true info.
Okay.
And then last night I checked you and got Flower Girl Serenovas.
Okay. That
Sorry,
checks
Ben
out.
didn't fool me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's Sarah, James, or Scott.
Okay.
It can't be Steven.
Okay.
Unless Robert's lying to me.
Okay, I barely talked to him, so let me talk to him. What is it that he told you that I can try to get him to trip up on?
He's an outsider.
Okay. He told me day one that he's heard of an outsider, but he didn't say that he was an outsider. So let me see if I can get that from him.
That's okay. I was just pit hagged into the evil witch, and I'm about to out the whole good team.
Yeah, do it. You get that good team.
Hello. Sorry, did you say you want your savant info?
Yeah.
Okay. So your 2 pieces of information today, one of which is true and one of which is false, are as follows. Last night, a townsfolk became drunk for the first time. Sorry, became drunk or poisoned for the first time this game.
Okay.
Piece of information number 2. Last night, a once per game ability was used.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before you go, Ben, just curious.
Yep.
A townsfolk became drunk or poisoned for the first time this game. That is false. You know
Yeah,
that,
that's
right?
correct. Technically, Adrian the artist became philosopher drunk last night.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice. I was looking at Manny going, wait, Manny was already poisoned earlier, but I like it. And
Yeah,
then you lead to good thing. Wow.
I mean,
like
this
that.
is the thing, yeah. Technically, I mean, because Sarah's poisoned, I can literally say anything to her. I can tell her 2 false things, I can tell her 2 true things, or if I want, I can give her like legit info, 1 true, 1 false. So I'm kind of riding high on the freedom that's given me right now.
I know. I really like that then, because then the second part, a once per game ability was used. Actually, 2 once per game abilities were used last night, which is even better. I really like that info. That, and she's not going to figure out if she's poisoned or not. She said, "Give me poison info," thinking she's poisoned.
Yeah.
Is she gonna figure out she's poisoned or not?
I wonder. But I think actually, if she's still alive tomorrow, I'll tell her 2 false things just to kind of throw her off the scent a little bit. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, let's. Yeah, I'm going to go have a look at some
yesterday.
Incredible, giving incredible savant info.
Well, with the savant, I could make up like information that couldn't be disproved or disproved. But with the rolls, I mean, I went to Adrian on the second day and I was like, "You're the town crier, they're starting Novus." He's like, "Nope." And I go, "Well, I know that's not true because I mean it'd be 1 in 15 that I'd hit something right." But well, with the savant, that would have been cool because I could have made stuff up, but people couldn't start piecing that together until day 4, day 5. And so, yeah, I just figured because I don't know what the hell's going on right now either. But I was like,
Are you an outsider?
No, I'm not.
Okay. I am a clockmaker, as you know. Do you want to tell me your role or not your role?
So top third, I'm not the dreamer since we know that the twins are the dreamers and you were the clockmaker. So excluding those, I'm like top third. So still collecting information each night. Last night I didn't get anything useful, if that helps you out, but still just trying to collect some information.
Snake Charmer's in the top third.
Yeah. I am not the Snake Charmer.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't be anymore now, would you?
Oh, no. Definitely not. No.
All right.
So, anyways, yeah, I'm just going to kind of keep rolling with it, see if I can get some good information, because, yeah, yesterday was a bust.
All right. Fair enough.
Okay.
Well, that's all I have for now, then.
Okay, thanks.
Are you an outsider?
Do you want to know who the Nodashi is?
Yes.
It's J-Mac.
How do you know that?
I have my reasons.
Did he tell you he was the Snake Charmer?
No.
He didn't?
No, but we got it all worked out.
Well, then why don't you tell me how that's true then? Because everybody knows that I'm not one of the evil guys.
Yeah, you're the clockmaker 4. I'm not going to share everybody's information, but it'll probably come out publicly. But just know that it's all solved, and JMac is the. Well, I will say that the seamstress checked JMac against Trey, and they're the same alignment.
And
So
you're not the seamstress?
I am not the seamstress.
Who are you?
I'm the Oracle.
You are the Oracle?
And I got a 0 on night 1, which I thought was odd because I thought that definitely was wrong, which is why we thought it was a vortex. But because of Ross's weird situation, which Varg tried to paint a picture of doubt, because yes, sure, there are scenarios where the vortex could whatever. But I'm just telling you, Ross did not do that. Ross was being 100% honest.
Yep.
There's no way he would have come up with that story.
No, I agree. And I had suspicion on Ross and Varg because I saw them chatting day 1, and I knew that I had a Clockmaker 4.
Yep, and the Clockmaker 4 was perfect for that. Yeah, which was another piece of information. And I don't know, did you give your Clockmaker 4 after Ross outed the evil team?
I did to the public. I had given it to 1, maybe 2 other people before that.
Well, I do believe you. However, well, I know that I wouldn't have that quickly been able to come up with it because I was still trying to like figure out who the heck he had stated, and then he did finally figure it out. And then, but you know, I had your 4, and I was like, yep, there it is. It is correct because you know, But then I got a 1 last night, and we killed Candace, and obviously the demon killed Gwami, who was not evil.
Correct. And you're not an outsider, which is good. So I have confirmed outsiders. I found the outsiders. I do believe nobody else
say
is
who they are?
claiming them. I don't want to out them, but I will say that they're not JMac. So
Do we have 2?
We have 2.
So it looks to me like it would have to be Robert and Scott.
That would not be accurate, but that's not what I have.
Okay.
But that's okay.
Well, that doesn't make sense to me how it couldn't be that.
Well, unless somebody was lying to me.
Okay.
But I don't believe they were. It would be weird that they did.
Well, I like being given information, but I didn't give you all of my information, so I can't fault you.
Right.
I will say that my first whisper with James, he did not want to do a 1-for-1, and I said, well, how about? He said, I already did a 1-for-1. I don't want to do a second. And I said, how about you tell me the role of the person that you did a 1-for-1 with, and I'll give you my role. He didn't like that at all, but he did do it.
Nice. Well, I will say that since James is the seamstress and you're the oracle, that I do believe that it would be JMac as the snake charmer, or was the snake charmer, from all the information I have.
Oh, Gwami could be an outsider. I don't have his role. So Gwami, Robert, or Scott are 2 of them are outsiders. Now I got it.
Okay, if that's what you think, I'm not going to disagree or agree with you.
Okay. Thank you, by the
Hello.
way. Hey, I just want to ask if Steven or JMac is the current demon, as my artist question.
You would like to know if Stephen or JMac is currently the demon?
Yes.
The answer to that question is yes.
Awesome. Thank you.
No worries.
Well, look, I'm going to tell you this, that I don't know what the information is out there. I didn't whisper with anybody today, but I know I'm not evil. And that I'm 99 to 100% certain that Ross is a dead minion that was killed by the Vigor Mortis. It's the only thing that makes
And is it possible to talk at all, or is it too late?
He also could be the dead evil demon.
Rooms are closed.
By creating the existence of a hypothetical snake charmer.
It can't be a Vigo death.
Okay, fine.
Hold on.
He is the dead demon.
Folks, everybody, let
Yep.
Ben speak.
Hold on, you wanted, sorry, someone said they wanted to talk. Is that with me
Yeah.
or with another player?
I would like to talk if you're able to.
With me?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's not a problem. Let's go to the storyteller room.
Thank you. Thank you, by the way.
Hello.
Hey, I just want to ask if Steven or JMac is the current demon, as my artist question.
You would like to know if Stephen or JMac is currently the demon?
Yes.
The answer to that question is yes.
Awesome. Thank you.
No worries.
Because that could.
But
No
I'm pretty
argument
sure
there.
I know who the
Yeah.
demon is. Like I know, I'm
If
pretty
we
sure I
know
know
who
who
the
the
demon
snake
is,
charmer
that's
is.
fine. And I'll just do all the nominating. That works.
Okay, well, nominations are open, guys, but feel
I
free to
don't
keep
think
chatting.
Manny should nominate though.
I will. I'll do it.
You want to explain
I'll
it?
do it. So I'll nominate J-Mac.
Okay, James nominates J-Mac. Where are you, James? There you are. Tell us why.
So I know yesterday I said, oh, I'm pretty sure we're in a Vortex game, but the reality is it's not, because it was the evil team tried to make it a Vortex game, but because the Snake Charmer hit Ross before the Pit Hag hit Ross, the Snake Charmer became the Nodashi, not the not the Vortex, excuse me. So I am the seamstress. I used my ability last night. I checked Trey and J-Mac, and I got a yes. Because I believe that J-Mac is the Nodashi, then I am not poisoned by the Nodashi. There is a potential that I am poisoned for another reason, which I'll leave at that. But I would say it's unlike, who knows, 50-50 or whatever. There's a chance that is. However, there is other mechanical information that points to J-Mac being the Nodashi, because the person who is being poisoned by him as the Nodashi, it's looking like they've figured out that their information is consistently bad since J-Mac would have become the Nodashi on night 1 or 2 or whatever it was.
Yeah, early.
Okay, J-Mac.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I believe we've got good information, so I don't want to share information from other people, and I don't know if I should come out with my information yet. I don't know, Ross, Manny, you guys both know what I am. Should I come out with my information?
I would.
Okay.
I always do though. So
Yeah, I know. So I'm the flower girl. First day, I got a 1. So we know it wasn't Chris, obviously. Day 2, I got a 1, but everybody voted, so that did me no good. I was going to keep track of today to see what we can find. But yeah, I'm not vital, so if you need to vote me out, that's fine.
I have a question for you, J-Mac. Why are
Yeah.
you learning ones and not yeses and nos?
I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the way I have it marked down here as a yes for day 1.
I
And
thought you said a 1. You got a 1.
oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, we're going to run the vote. 5 votes required.
My information is definitely being poisoned.
okay, so as a result of that, James is also able to poison Sarah because
No, he's
she.
not. No, he's
Okay,
not.
hang on. I'm the
of
philosopher
Adrian.
turned artist, and I asked if J-Mac or Steven was the demon, and I'm guessing it is J-Mac. Got a
He's drawing a picture.
Nice.
For today,
Oh, wait.
either last night a town became drunk or poisoned for the or last night a once per game ability was used. So both of my pieces of information false. I'm being poisoned. Day 2, I got there are currently no dead outsiders. And last night a new demon was created. So both 2 and day crew, which means I'm being poisoned, and the only possible person, because it skipped through Varg, would be J-Mac. And if Candace is evil and Trey is evil, Adrian's dead. The only person that could be poisoning me is J-Mac.
If J-Mac's the demon, then I would be the one who's getting poisoned, though.
Oh, no, Dashi.
Yeah, no. So
Is Adrian an outsider?
No.
No,
I
the
was
way
the artist.
the way I look at it, you could be poisoned by J-Mac. You could also be poisoned by James because Adrian is dead. Candace and Trey are.
It wouldn't jump.
And I wouldn't have gotten my information unless I'm drunk as well.
Well, I'm drunk for sure then.
And Scott got.
If Scott, okay, just maybe he is, but if Scott, if James is the Nodashi, then Scott would be poisoned, and so would be Sarah. So we're relying on
No,
information.
Adrian. It doesn't
Adrian's
jump
dead.
your death. Yeah, but it doesn't jump.
Yeah,
dead
it doesn't
players.
move.
Oh, it doesn't.
Doesn't
Okay.
move.
Okay. All right.
The only, yeah, it's coming from.
If you think J-Mag is the Nodashi, then I'm the one who should be poisoned then.
Well,
No, because you're a minion.
Bringing the day to a close. J-Mac is executed and dies. The game, guys, of course, continues. Everyone goes to sleep. Okay, so as far as I can tell, looking at this setup, there is no way for anybody to die tonight. So I think that we are now at the game over point because no one's going to die. It's going to be obvious that J-Mac was the Nodashi. Then they're going to execute Trey, the evil twin, and then the game will be over.
Correct.
But you never know. You just never know with this game. Something crazy could happen. We'll see how it goes, but ultimately, yeah, we got. I guess we go visit Varg and see who he wants to curse. Really,
Varg, then Manny, then Steven. That's it. Only 3 people to visit today.
Yep, absolutely. All right. So Varg, this may well be your last curse of the game. I think at this point you score like extra victory points if you can get one cheeky death on the final day. So who's it going to be?
I pick. I'll pick Sarah.
Okay, Manny. Another night's worth of info. Who's it going to be?
I think we're gonna go with Steven today.
So you choose Steven and learn that he is either the Oracle or the Nodashi.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. All right. Hello, Steven. So your number has changed. You awake and learn that there is now 2 dead evil players in our midst.
Oh my goodness, it's like we might know what we're doing.
All right. Thank you, Steven.
I was just trying to sneak through, stay alive for a little bit to find out what role has been out of play. Hopefully I got the right information that it was Adrian. That's what he told me as well. So decided to be the artist, narrow it down to 2 people. And as long as it's not a Vortex game, then it is J-Mac or Steven. And if it is a Vortex game, Evil's played a very good game so far. And I'll leave it up to that.
So, not really much to go over there except for the fact that I gave Manny correct information despite him being drunk. It's probably not going to make any difference, but you never know. Yesterday we gave him incorrect information and told him that J-Mac was either the Flower Girl or the Fangu, which, seemed unbelievable. I've now told him the truth about Steven. I've put Oracle in there. Maybe he'll speak up. Maybe he'll provide another worldview that could, but I think it's highly unlikely at this point.
Yeah, I think it's highly unlikely, but you never know. He can suggest Steven sunk a kill to make it look like J-Mac was evil. There's still possibilities, but I think evil is in trouble.
Yeah, without a doubt. Let's go wake these guys up.
Yes.
Oakley dokley, neighborinos. There were no deaths in the night.
I would like to know that I take my twin and we move out of this village and we go find conflict. So Manny, let's just go. I mean,
breakout rooms are open, guys.
Right? And just hang out.
I'm not ready for that yet, Trey.
Walk to town next door. Salem, isn't it?
You guys could do like family therapy.
There were no deaths in the night.
I would like to know that I take my twin and we move out of this village and we go find conflict. So Manny, let's just go. I mean,
you guys just
your rooms are open, guys.
You guys just hang out.
I'm not ready for that yet, Trey.
Walk to town next door. Salem, isn't it?
You guys could do like family therapy. It could work out.
Hey, Robert, you want to talk?
I mean, as evil as you are, Manny,
Go to my
this
place.
town, we got to get out of this town.
3rd from the bottom.
Ross, do you want to talk?
When I found out it was good Vortox, I'm like, okay, I got to go talk to J-Mac because I was talking to J-Mac, I actually said to him, I said, if you tell me your role one-on-one, I will blow your mind with the information I'm about to share with you. And he did, and he trusted me with it.
I have you marked as outsider.
Yeah.
What are you? You can't say if you're the mutant.
So I mean, you weren't the snake charmer, right?
Nope.
That was,
No, we just killed the snake charmer. That's why we had no kill last night.
or somebody else sunk it.
Well,
on that.
I'm the
Suspicion.
Oracle, and I got a 2. So we killed good yesterday.
We killed good yesterday.
Yep. I got a 0 when we had 2 kills, which was super odd, but it's like Ross said, and let me explain to you, Ross is not an idiot, but there's no way he would have come up with that scenario. It was very convoluted and weird, and
Right,
it
I
is what
agree,
happened.
but I believe it as a huge swing.
And I got a 0, which I thought had to be wrong because I was like, okay, if the pit had created a new demon, then one of the people that died was evil. That's why we thought it was a vortex. However, what happened was he was a good demon, and so the storyteller killed him. So there were 2 kills. One of them was a demon. However, it was a good demon. And then we killed Candace, and I got a 1, and then we killed J-Mac, and I got a 2, and there was no kill. Which is definitely not a ploy. They're definitely not playing a big brain game here.
That's fair.
So are you going to say what you are? Or just you're going to leave it at that?
No, I mean, I think I thought I gave you a good indication, but
Well, you said yes. I just like to fill it out.
Yeah.
That's all.
I mean, yeah, I'm. You want a little off the top?
Okay. Well, I put you in as the mutant. Nobody's here, so you're fine.
I'm not that.
Oh, okay. A little off the... Oh, haircut. Barber.
Try to
Little
be
off
cryptic.
the top. I just assumed that meant you were the top one and you were going to be weird about it.
I also told you to look behind you, but that's your.
I seem to be all by myself.
Sorry, just let me go. Are you singing to yourself?
About being all by myself. Yes, I am.
Oh, sorry. It wasn't letting me go. It kept
That's
pausing.
okay. So we got one guy left. I think once
Yeah.
Trey's gone, it's over.
I think so too.
It's the end of an era.
I'm not even going for my savant information today, I don't think.
Yeah, it's probably bad.
Okay, everyone got back quickly. So, 8 living players. Nominations are open.
I'll nominate Trey.
James nominates Trey. State your case, James.
Like 99.996% sure he's the evil twin. He's on the same team as J-Mac. J-Mac just basically was admitting that he tried killing a bunch of you or did kill a couple of you. So, hey, there we go.
Trey?
Let's get this over with.
All right, 4 required. Here we go.
You're welcome, at least, Manny.
This game ends one way or another right now.
Not in my seat. Get in my seat.
Well,
Gotta do it.
there is the outlying possibility he was pit-hagged into something else. No, because
Well,
Manny still thinks he's the good twin.
You'd best hope
Yeah.
that outlying
He wouldn't-
possibility
he
isn't the
wouldn't
case
be
because you've just
told.
used all your dead votes.
We're shooting a prayer here.
Okay, well, 10 is enough. I think it's unlikely that you're going to beat 10. But I'll go for it anyway.
I don't think it's possible, is
I think
it?
yeah, I think it's mechanically impossible.
Sarah, wouldn't it be funny if it ended up being what we talked about? We just wasted all our dead votes on this too.
It is technically possible to tie it.
It is.
If I counted correctly.
Yeah. It says there's 10 votes available.
Yeah.
I don't think we should tie it.
I will not be.
One,
I will not
two.
be voting on anything.
Just to be funny, maybe.
Final call. Okay,
see.
Trey is
possible.
executed and dies. And, of course, the game is now over. Congratulations to the good team. I mean, I don't even know what to say after that, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, the things that happened in that game were just eldritch.
Okay, so
Totally
first,
fair, Ben.
first thing, apologies, but I saw the light and I had to cleanse myself.
Sure.
Thank you, Ross.
Want to do a roll call?
You're the best Vortox ever.
Okay, roll call. So, Chris T was the clockmaker who got a 4. As you all correctly identified, that 4 was Ross, who at the time was a Nodashi, the first of the 3 characters that he played this game, and his minion Varg the Witch, 4 steps away. Yeah, we had Chris T, the clockmaker. So Stephen was the Oracle, who got kosher information for the entire game. Every night he got correct info, which was I think 00112 or something like that, something to that effect. He got zeros until Candice was executed, then got 1s, and then when J-Mac died, he got a 2 last night. We had James, the seamstress, who waited for most of the game to use his ability. He gambled and won, I guess you could say, because he then selected Trey and J-Mac and learned that they were in fact on the same team. We had Adrian, the original artist, who on day 1 chose to ask, does the demon have an R in their name? The answer to that was yes, because at the time Ross was the demon. And we had Scott, the philosopher, who became the artist later in the game. Well, sorry, he didn't become the artist. He acquired the artist's ability and asked, is the demon Stephen or J-Mac? The answer to that was, of course, yes. We had Trey, the evil twin, and Manny, the dreamer. Manny's dreamer info on night 1 was poisoned by Ross, the Nodashi. So when he chose Candice, I said Klutz or Fangu. I kind of took one of the 3 demon bluffs, figured that Ross probably wouldn't choose Klutz as a bluff, and just thought, hey, you know, there's a 50% chance Candice is going to choose Klutz. I got it right, apparently, but I don't think it helped much. Then on night 2, Manny's dreamer info was the only night that he was not drunk or poisoned, and Manny chose. Who did you choose, Manny?
Varg.
Varg, yeah, and got witch or mathematician. Still guessing at that point. I just thought, well, let's stick with this. Mathematician was another demon bluff, so I said witch or mathematician. Got that right as well, apparently.
Nice.
And then Manny became drunk when Gwami the sweetheart was killed in the night. And so when he chose J-Mac, who was at the time the Nodashi, I said Sarah Novus or Flower Girl. He was bluffing Flower Girl. More on that later, because that's an amazing tale, but we'll get to that. And then last night he chose Stephen, and I gave him correct info, Oracle or Nodashi, because I thought I'd just do literally anything I can to help the evil team at this point. We had Robert the barber, who never died. Robert, did you tell anybody that you was the barber?
I told Manny really early before
Right.
I knew he was part of the evil twin.
That's why I checked Steven, because I was really confused why I got bad info from J-Mac.
Wow. So we had Chris A, the juggler, who was about to get some absolutely incredible info when he juggled himself as the juggler or Trey as the evil twin, but unfortunately, you didn't want him to have it, so you killed him. We had Sarah, the savant, who got. Oh, do you know what? I can't. Sarah, do you want to just tell us? I can't. It's like 4:37 in the morning for me. Tell me what I told you, Sarah.
Yeah. So day 1, I got either the outsider count has been modified, or at least one person is drunk or poisoned at the moment of our conversation.
So the second of those was correct.
Day 2, there's currently no dead outsiders, or last night a new demon was created. Both correct.
So yeah, that's right, because that night you became poisoned by J-Mac, the new Nodashi. So you got 2 pieces of correct info.
Yep.
Oh, there was no dead outsiders. That was the correct.
Oh, am I too early?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
coming in
Day
too early.
3.
It's next night. Yeah.
Day 3 was last night a town became drunk or poisoned for the first time. That was me. That's true. Or last night a once per game ability was used, and that was the philosopher from Scott. So both true. And then
on that one, Sarah, you were already drunk or poisoned for 2 nights. It was actually Adrian, because Scott used his ability and made Adrian the drunk artist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you were going by wrong info and thinking you had 2 truths, but you found it in a different way.
Yeah. Day 4's, which was today's, was currently there are no dead outsiders, or currently there's no living demon.
So one of those was true.
Oh, no
which is
dead
the-
outsiders, or currently
Yeah.
there.
I thought again, even though you were poisoned, I gave you correct info because I thought at this point it's literally the only thing I can do to help out the evil team who are really struggling. And so that leads us, I think, nicely to J-Mac, who was the snake charmer who picked Ross the Nodashi, became the evil Nodashi. We then went and told Ross that he was the good snake charmer. We then went and visited Candace, who chose for Ross to become the Vortox. So at that moment in time, we had an evil Nodashi and a good Vortox. But of course, when the pit hag makes a new demon, deaths in the night are arbitrary. And at that point, I thought, I cannot have Ross, the good Vortox, killing his ex-teammates. We really, really do need to kill him tonight to make this even remotely balanced.
Oh my
and
God.
So we killed Ross in the night. We killed Adrian to give the good team the knowledge that a new demon had been made. But then Ross, in that night, said, I'm going to go talk to J-Mac tomorrow. I think he's the guy that I should put my trust in. So Ross and J-Mac went straight to a private conversation where J-Mac had the best poker face I've ever seen. J-Mac was like, what's going on? I don't know what any of this is. And Ross was just going, well, I've got some crazy story for you, J-Mac. And it's just so good. It was beautiful.
Watch the video. It's embarrassing.
Beautiful, yeah.
But
yeah.
Ben, did I not tell you after he left, I said, watch, that guy can read me like a book. I'm done. And it sure enough.
Ross, don't feel bad. I did the exact same thing last night.
Crazy.
I did the same thing to J-Mac. I walked into his room. I'm like, you're the flower girl.
Well played,
here you
J-Mac.
go. Here's your roll.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I just had to
say.
hard claim Flower Girl because I hadn't heard of a Flower Girl, and all the bluff rolls were taken, and so I just went with it. And if there was a Flower Girl, knew I was toast.
That's the other thing as well. That was insane that you So I'm sat there thinking, please don't pick a demon bluff. Because I could see Ross was pushing on you. He was like, come on, man, tell me what you are. I've got some info for you, but I'm only going to give it to you if you tell me what you are. And J-Mac just pulled Flower Girl out of the air. And I, for a moment, I kind of forgot that I was on camera because when we run our streams, I'm not. So I was like, oh, hang on a minute, I best not react to this. It's fascinating.
Oh my goodness. And right. And that was my test. It's like, if he's evil, he's not going to have a good bluff roll. That kind of, so that worked. Well done, J-Mac.
Yeah, I tried.
Well played, but I mean, honestly,
but Sarah got me again.
You went down swinging. The whole evil team went down swinging.
Oh
really,
yeah,
really, mad respect for all of you.
As soon as Ross shared all the information, my decision was I'm playing good the rest of this game. I'm going to vote out bad people. I'm going to play hard good. But it's just the way I should have killed Sarah instead of Guami. That's the only thing I possibly could have done.
So as a question, would you have, when I said, should I give my information? Maybe you should have said no, but then you would have died.
Yeah.
Because you were on the block, right? So
yeah. So I made two mistakes. I killed Guami instead of Sarah, and I fumbled all over the place when Scott asked me what you were. And I really should have just outed it, but I was thinking I was just like, I don't know if it, I'm trying to behave like I'm a good player, and I don't know if what he's saying is true, but I should have leaned on Scott to help me with that. Then, if he would have done his philosopher into an artist, he would have asked a different question instead of, So, those were my two mistakes. Other than that, I feel like I played good, but yeah, those were my two mistakes.
I think the whole evil team can go away really proud of themselves there because you really were backs against the wall for the whole game.
Yeah.
The fact that you made this go down to 7 out of 15 players alive is I don't know. You really do deserve a lot of credit for that because I don't think most people would have been able to do that.
Candace is like, I don't know what Ross is talking about. This is crazy.
Like, what?
That day,
I'm a klutz.
Yeah, kind of a crazy thing, though.
I choose Sarah. I
just watched Candace's reaction when we came back that day, and Ben was like, and Adrian has died, and Ross has died, and Candace's face was like, what's going on here?
What? Did we just lose the game?
That I love those moments when I'm evil and I don't know what the heck just happened. And I think Sam called Varg and I in the most hilarious conversation. So we go in the room. He's like, "What did you do?" And I was like, "I don't know." He said, "What did you do?" I was like, "I don't know. I don't know."
I have no idea. I was lost. All I did was I can try to suggest theories. I just kept come up with theory after theory after theory after theory, and everybody said, no, this doesn't work. There's none of this, there's none of this. I was just like, all right, what am I supposed to do in this situation? I feel like I got Chris. Yeah, I got one person. I was happy about that, but I really
What
just
you were
felt like-
saying made sense. It's just
Oh,
that
it did
the
make
problem.
sense. And then
Well, here's the problem, though. I didn't think that Ross could have come up with that crazy scenario, and there were way too many
absolutely
clues
not.
that were. Well,
Oh, I could have.
You can. Well,
Yeah, he could have.
I
Here's
totally
the
believe
thing.
in you, Ross.
As I think through things, I start to put things on hooks, and everything was fitting perfectly. And it was like, what Varg is saying is true, but there's too many things that are against that. And
Well, yeah, I was looking back on day. I was
constantly.
looking back on day one whispers, and I'm like, all right, well, if Ross's story is true, or if what Varg said about maybe Ross being killed as by the vigor mortis and being a minion, then he'd be working with Steven. There's no way.
Well, day one, we nominated Ross.
You guys talked first day.
We nominated J-Mac, the snake charmer.
the one thing I
did you guys decide?
Everyone got nominated.
Sorry, Candace. When did you guys decide to?
I had no idea
change Ross that early because of pressure, or because that was just a strategy.
No, I was going for the most epic pit hag moves. If I was able to pull it out. Okay, so what do you do when you don't have a Vigo from the start? Ideally, you would have a Vigo get killed off and have free reign. Like I did have one game and I was like, ha, y'all can't touch me. And I was just causing chaos. It was wonderful. But that was so fun. But you know, it's a slim chance of that happening. But with it being 15 play, had I had enough time, I would have, of course, I swapped him to the Vortex. And then I was contemplating, okay, I could change him to the Vigo, have him kill me off so I can be left alone. And it would be really neat if I changed him to the Fangu, changed Manny to the Klutz, and like as we're getting down to the last, change Manny to the Klutz, and then change Trey into the evil snake charmer, which I didn't know was in play or not. And that would have been great, like if they were left down at the bottom, and then to make the good twin actually the demon right there at the end.
I was
That would have
terrified
been
of potentially becoming something else.
awesome. I know, but that would have been, I just could, yeah, the snake charmer slipped it. It was the timing. I kept like, what happened?
You could run a million games and never see that again, right? What are the chances of that happening? You could run a million games and never see that again, right? What are the chances of that happening?
Well,
Mac,
to be honest, Ben, we have seen some really crazy snake charmer things in the last week, in the last 3 days.
It is the week of the snake.
It is the
Chinese
week of the snake.
Jason, do you need to? Do you want to record like an outro or anything?
Yep.
Yes.
You want to close it up?
Like always. So let's stay on camera, everyone.
Oh,
Whoever
stay
keeps
on, okay.
popping out. Everyone stay on. Okay. So there you have it. There's S&V. The second script of the 3 scripts that come with the game when you buy Blood on the Clocktower in its original box. And this game, unlike our Trouble Brewing game, the evil team was in a lot of trouble early, couldn't hang on, and ended up getting demolished earlier in the game than they would have liked. But you know, sometimes that happens, and the good is able to congeal their information and put it together. It was a good game overall. You know, players played great, and as always, you know, you could watch the videos. Chris is doing the editing as always, and you could watch more Blood on the Clocktower videos that he does on his channel. Chris?
Stream on Gaming?
Stream on Gaming. There's hundreds of videos that go up. We do videos all the time. You can watch our Dice Tower videos when you see them here, which will be more rare when we get Ben from the Pandemonium Institute, who actually is the company that created the game. So thank you, Ben, as always, for coming. And
My pleasure.
if you want to
Yeah, thanks,
join
Ben.
us, go to the Dice Tower Facebook group, Dice Tower Werewolf on Facebook. There's a group, and if you go there, you can not only play Blood on the Clocktower, you can play Werewolf, you can play all social deduction games. We run them all. We have a good amount of people in the group, and if you're looking for more social deduction games, while you're still stuck at home, I know not everyone's stuck at home anymore as things are opening up, but for people who can't get out, whether you're in different countries or whatever, this brings people together from all over the world, and it's just a great thing to do. So from everyone here at the Dice Tower, thank you again for watching, and we will see you again soon for another game of this.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
See ya.